Yeah, that looks good. It's muted though.
Alright, we're gonna get this going now. Although we're not gonna have a webcam today, you'll have to bear with that. You're good to go, Will, by the way. Let me get all this working.
Okay, right. So, start the emulator up.
Yeah, I'll have to start it up first before anything else. Sadly, can't show it right away because... Okay, it started up. Let me get the
Yeah, and then,
editor and all that to work now. Image can go away.
I'm gonna mute the stream so I don't hear
Yeah,
echo.
you're good. Give me a sec. I gotta move some things around. I need game capture, properties. I'm assuming it's... There's like 3 things open. Which one's which? I think it's this one.
It's the PCSX2.
Yeah, I know, but there's like 3 different things open. Oh, I got it. Never mind. It doesn't... Oh, it doesn't fit screen, rip.
Well, yeah, it's in 4x3, or else it would stretch.
Oh, wait, one sec. I can make it fit. Close enough, at least. Stop this music. I could have my webcam in here. It could just be off the side.
Yeah, but it's just not really a game that would, fit a
Yeah,
webcam.
yeah.
It's more of a chill game.
Alright, let me center this on the screen. Oh, I
And
can
we'll
stretch the
definitely-
screen. Never mind.
And we'll definitely want to,
Maybe minimize my header or hide it.
well, hide the BR, or hide the stream starting soon.
Oh, I got it in the background, rip. Go and switch over. Okay.
Oh.
I believe that is... Is it working now?
Yes, there it goes.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's stretched. It needs to be in 4x3.
It didn't look bad.
Oh, well, fine.
Whatever. Let's see here. And then I need to get the Discord thing going for you.
Well, in that case, you might as well go into the video settings and set it to 1920 by 1080 if we're gonna stretch it anyway.
Yeah. That means I gotta close out of this?
I don't think. Oh, well, yeah, hit escape, and you can go to the.
Okay. There we go. It'll be back up. System config, video,
Let me check the audio and see. how close
plugin. It's 1920 by 1080 already.
No,
Or is, oh, it's resolution, yeah.
yeah, under video, you want to set it the window size to 16 by 9.
Where do I find that?
Let me start mine up just for.
Because it'd be config, video. Is it
Hang on.
plugin or core?
It's under Windows settings.
Oh, okay.
Config, video, Windows
Oh,
settings.
here we go. I see it. 16 by 9. There
Wide,
we go.
yeah, widescreen by 9. Yeah, and then hit apply.
Alright, and then boot it up again.
And I think game audio is a bit low.
Yeah, I'll turn it up. Then again, it's also it's basing it off mine as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'll play with my controller in a second. Making sure it's all working. Is it going?
It's going, yeah. I'm
There
just.
we go.
I need to hear the sound.
Yeah, I gotta wait for the actual thing to get there.
Yeah. Hear the sound. Okay, now you're gonna have to unstretch it, I think.
Okay, so let me.
Well, hang on. Okay, now you're gonna have to unstretch it. I think.
Fit to screen.
Well, hang-
What in the world? Let me look. Oh, the image in the background. I don't want the image.
Oh boy, I love
Oh,
technical
yeah.
difficulties.
Yeah. Right?
Oh, once we get going, we shouldn't have to do this again.
Yeah. Because I'll just, well, other than switching it over to the game, but let me transform. Fit to screen. There we go. Now the Discord I gotta go. Stream. It's to make it, it's want me to stream the program log. I need to, what do I need to do here again?
You need to
Share screen to window.
Yeah.
Application.
and turn the quality of the actual quality down because we just want the sound.
The actual emulator is not showing up. You may be at a lot.
If you go to
This is it.
application window.
This might be it.
Here, hang on, let me start up and see what it's
Is that
called.
it? Yeah, that's it. Okay, I got it.
Oh yeah, I can hear it now.
Okay, I'm gonna hope this really
Perfect.
doesn't kill my computer. Is sound still coming on the stream?
Yeah, let me bump audio. Or you bump the audio a bit, so it's a bit louder.
Okay, so I think I'll do it within the actual the files and restart it again.
Do you need to restart it?
Cause
You can't just turn the audio up?
The audio's really high in OBS.
Okay.
What's it doing now? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to restart it again. Config, audio, plugin, volume. We'll move it up to like 20 or go 30.
I want to make sure that my sound settings are correct.
Okay, let's go into
Open.
Yeah, once we get all going, there won't be an issue. My controller
Yeah.
here.
Alright, I'm gonna...
Tomorrow it'll all be back to normal.
Unmute it so that I can hear it.
Yeah. That image is gonna be in my way, to be honest. When I'm doing things. Put this in, rearrange the chords so I have it all in the front now. It still sounds quiet. Do I need to restart the entire thing?
Shh. No, that sounds good.
To Streamlabs,
yeah. Yeah, it sounds good on stream.
Sounds
Yeah, I listened to it on stream and it sounds good. Okay. Well, also sit on the title screen for a second so that we can share the old intro, because this is the FES intro.
Okay. This is the new one.
Yes, this is from the... Okay, so Persona 3 FES, or... it's short for festival, because Japan likes to shorten English words for no reason. And so this was the updated re-release of P3, with an extra little thing and some changes to the... Oh, you fucked it up. Oh, you fixed it.
Wait.
No, it's not... You fucked it up again.
Okay, well, I have to keep it really small then. Okay.
Why do you have to keep it small?
On my side, it's small. If I enlarge it to the full screen like I want to, it'll do that.
Well, you'll have to readjust the stream once it's in full screen.
So, well, we should get somewhere where I'm comfortable. Here, we'll just do this and then readjust the screen.
Yeah.
Property. No, not properties. Nope. I need transform. Fit to screen. There we go. Alright, we got it up.
Oh, here, let me wait for the stream to catch up.
Did you hear the audio?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Oh, that looks
In
good.
Discord?
Alright. And you're going to get your mouse out of the way. So we're going to stay here on the title screen so we can see the old, the Burn My Dread intro, which is great. I like that song.
Will do. Move my mouse and all that out the way for now. If I press the button to mute my microphone, is that
what
going to
about
mess up the title screen?
it? Shouldn't.
I'm going to press my mute button, one sec.
Okay, so that's the intro. Yeah, so Persona 3 FES, updated version of P3. We're gonna go ahead and get that started here. And this is your first time. I've been through the game before, but That's why I'm here to give you a little bit of advice because it can be a little bit rough starting out by yourself.
New game?
Yeah, new game.
I think the only thing we looked at was like the very few starting.
Well, yeah,
screens.
we looked at this just to make sure that it was emulating
Yeah,
correctly.
right.
Yes. Really, there's no need because there's nothing for you to compare it to. Basically, some new personas were added, some events were tweaked to change the time of day they happen,
Bro,
stuff like that.
How dare you?
And then, of course, you could carry things over from your original save file, like your compendium and your stats.
Yeah.
But you don't have an original file, so.
Yeah, there is no original. This thing's loud. I just realized how loud my controller is. Let me move it under the desk.
You're not entirely wrong there, Stale
Don't
Pierogi.
ruin anything for me. Oh wait, what? Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Yeah, one sec.
Oh, you hit yes.
No, I don't want to transfer my data. Yes. Okay, we're good.
All right, so I'm mostly gonna mute my mic during the cutscenes, which is gonna be a lot of the game. But there's also a lot of the game where there's not any audio, which we can talk over. But yeah, normal should be fine. Yeah, I'm sorry, I was just looking at the chat here. But yeah, normal should be fine. I only had a issue with a few bosses, but it was nothing that a little bit of grinding couldn't overcome. So yeah, go ahead, hit yes.
Okay.
All right, and I'm gonna mute my mic here for the intro cutscene.
I'll do the same.
Are you serious? You didn't know? You're an idiot. Yeah, I'm at the station right now.
Attention passengers. We sincerely apologize for any inconvenience caused by the delay. The next stop is Ewood. You got to let it move first, let it out. Ewood Todai. Let's get it up. Then what you gonna do is Ewood Todai. Ewood Todai. This is the final train bound for Tatsumi Port Island. Please make sure you board in time for departure. Ewood Todai. Ewood Todai.
you're late. I've been waiting a long time for you. Now, if you want to proceed, please sign your name there. It's a contract. Don't worry. All it says is that you'll accept full responsibility for your actions. You know, the usual stuff.
Okay, so that's the intro cutscene. That's also probably the longest cutscene in the game. Maybe
Great.
one or two others, but yeah. So you're gonna enter your last name first. It's Japanese.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Oh, God, how to go back? Left. L1 is that the trigger, or which one is that bumper?
That's the top ones. What? Hit circle.
Oh.
Yeah, you have to circle to delete the characters, which is the right. Yeah, you're using the shitty Xbox controller. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I had some suggestions. We could go with, a name you made up. You could also use either the anime or manga names, but it's up to you.
It doesn't matter.
The manga name and probably the most recognized name is Minato Aisato, which is if you wanted to use that, I could spell it out for you. But also there's the anime name, which is shit, what is it? Makoto Yuki. Makoto Yuki. Well, it would be Yuki. But okay, so you're going for Minato?
Yeah, or you said Makoto.
What name are you? What?
You said Makoto. The last one.
You're something wrong with your audio?
Yeah, why?
I can't hear you.
Hello? 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 Can you hear me?
Okay, I hear bursts of audio from your end.
I
Oh,
don't
okay, there. Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay, I guess that works. I don't know what it is. But I was gonna go with the last one. Hello?
Still there?
Will I swear? Okay, we can't be doing the thingy.
Oh, can you hear me in stream?
I can hear you in Discord.
The echo?
perfectly
Yeah,
fine.
okay. In that case, yeah, go ahead and end the sharing.
Yeah. 'Cause that may be affecting it.
Okay. That's okay. I'll just use the stream and be a little bit delayed. But anyway, yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, yeah, it was that.
Okay. Yeah, it was
I
probably
gonna
your
go with the last one. That's what I was gonna go with.
you're going with Minato?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. In that case, well, first of all, you want to put Arisato in first because that's the last
Okay.
name.
How do you spell it?
So AR. Oh, here, let me actually pull up the wiki page just so that I can spell it
Can I
right.
use my keyboard for this?
No, you can't, unfortunately, because it's a PS2 game.
So A-R...
Hang on. Minato. Now the used name in Persona 3 Dancing All Night is Makoto, but the problem with having it be Makoto is that another character in P5 is also named Makoto, and that just adds unnecessary confusion.
Alright,
So
let's just get the name out of here so we can get
yeah,
the gameplay.
okay. Arisato.
I-S-T-O... Is that it?
Let me wait for it to catch up. Arisato. S-A-T-O.
Oh. S-A-T-O. Alright. What's after that?
And then Minato. M-I-N-A-T-O. Anyway, I was going to talk about that intro cutscene a little bit. Before you go ahead, before you hit end there.
So
But
how do you, tell me to spell the name again.
M-I-N-A-T-O.
Alright. Okay. Good. Continue.
Okay, so that intro cutscene there. So if you'll notice, the train was delayed. Yeah, that doesn't happen in Japan. The only thing that would cause that is someone decided that they didn't really want to go to work today, so they decided to jump in front of a train.
Huh.
That's usually what causes delays in Japan in the train system, especially on Mondays. So
Okay.
isn't that lovely? Also, yeah, it's Makoto here, or Minato. That's what I'm going to call him from now on. He seemed to just be completely oblivious to the fact that there were blood and coffins everywhere. So,
Yeah, I didn't
Well,
realize that.
Yeah, we'll proceed a little bit into the story first. So go ahead and hit next there. And I'm realizing now that we probably it's start. That triangle is start.
Wait, what? Triangle? Oh, you gotta remember I'm on Xbox.
What? No, see that
Yeah, I can't
right
get down to
face.
it.
That right. No, start.
What?
Hit start. I'm saying that right facing triangle means start.
I'm pressing the start button.
It must not be bound correctly.
No, it's not.
Okay, well, all right, all right, midstream technical fucking configuration.
Yes,
Let's
great.
go. Go. You're gonna have to hit escape there and go to.
Boy.
Yeah, let's hope it saves.
I swear if it does, I'm gonna be mad.
Okay, and then go to
Big.
controllers, plugin settings.
The controllers. Here we go. Then what do I do?
And then in that list there under pad 1, you're gonna want to double click on that.
Pad 1. Where's that? Yeah, I see the pad 1.
Okay, and then you're gonna scroll through that list there until you find start, and you're gonna want to bind that to start. It'll be under PS2 control on the right.
Start.
Or you could just, yeah, on that right menu, just click start and then press the button on your controller.
Yeah, I'm trying to find out where the start is. I see all of them say X input pad 0, left thumb.
Yeah, you go over to that right panel there where you see all the
I'm
controls.
dumb, yeah. Where's start? Big motor, small motor.
It's in the top. It's in the top right.
Start, I found it. Button 9. Yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
So the middle one I need to change?
Yes.
Reset configuration. It's
Yeah,
not,
start should be like button 7. Is it not letting you?
It's not letting me.
Try select instead.
No, I'm saying it's not letting me edit it. Either that or I'm just... No, it's not letting me change it.
Okay,
I can clear or delete selected.
no, okay, on the right over there, you see the pad with, like, you know, where all the buttons are listed?
Yeah, I do. I see
Yeah,
start.
yeah, click on start, and then it should ask you for an input, and then you press
Nope.
start.
I can't
when
change
you-
it at all.
When you click on start, it doesn't ask for please enter an input for start.
No, it does not.
Alright, share the screen real quick.
Will do.
Oh boy.
A bunch of issues.
Mm-hmm. Okay, oh yeah, what the hell? That's weird. Go back to, click back to controls there on the bottom.
There we go.
Yeah, start, that's what you want up there, top right. And then push start.
There we go.
Okay, now hit apply. Okay, now close out of that, and then go to system and resume.
What's it? Okay. System.
Resume.
Resume. Now
Okay.
for you, you're gonna get all shared screens again.
Yes.
Alright.
And
We're
It's gonna work? does it work this time?
It does.
Okay, good. Yeah, start's kind of a button you need. Actually, I'm not sure if it is, because most of your menus is through triangle, but whatever.
You gotta
But we
remember.
can escape time. It delivers us all to the same
Actually,
end.
we fixed it.
You can't plug
Okay,
your
yeah, we'll be
ears and
quiet.
cover your eyes. And so it begins.
Who's there? Takeba, wait!
Okay, so, you might actually want to bump the audio up just a tad, if you can.
I will attempt to. Let's see here. Can I?
So, you might actually want audio.
I have put it up as much as I can within Streamlabs. This is all I can do.
My name is Mitsuru Kirijo. I'm one of the students who live in the storm.
I want... I want Mitsuru to shoot me too, Sail Pierogi.
He's a transfer student. It was a last-minute decision to assign him here.
I want.
He'll eventually
Yeah,
go
turn
to
the
a
stream down,
room
by
in
the
the
way. I
boys'
can hear
dorm.
it.
Yeah, I was trying to listen to it so I could hear it.
Oh, okay.
Is it okay for him to be
I
here?
thought I had this on auto, like, speak.
Uh,
I guess we'll see.
did you not? Well, actually, I was thinking that it might be best if we didn't do that anyway for
Okay.
stream purposes.
Yeah,
This is
it'll
what
be
Kari
fine.
talking about.
It'll
Yeah.
work it out. This is it.
She'll be a junior this spring, just like you. Hey.
Alright, it is, I should also question why she has a gun. But I'm gonna ignore the fact.
Yeah.
However.
Nice to meet you too.
Barring the fact that guns are super illegal in
It's getting
Japan.
late, so you should get some rest. Your room's on the second floor at the end of the hallway. Your things should already be.
But if you had asked her about that, she would have told you that it's just a hobby, and then
Follow
yeah,
me.
and then she kind of gets all flustered, and Mitsuru's like, "No, it's for self-defense," and then they kind of, you know.
Okay.
She also says it's not a real gun.
Oh. I wanted to be like him in the whatchamacallit, just completely ignore it. Like him in the
This is
coffins.
it.
Oh yeah, the coffins.
Remember, huh?
Well, there's an explanation for that in the anime, but I'm not sure how canon that is.
Make sure you don't lose your key, or you'll never hear the end of it. So, any questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Games.
Does that kid live here too?
Yeah, I wish I could be up to date with you on the stream, but I'll have to do.
I'm
I'll have to do it with.
probably-
I'll have to do it with audio.
So it's what's that contract for, or does the kid live here too?
Well, it's up to you. I'm only here to give you suggestions on combat mostly.
What contract?
Is the anime canon lore? I don't know, because the anime also says that that he's always experienced the Dark Hour, which I think is weird.
Was everything okay?
Everything okay? Yeah. Sorry.
I see. Never mind then. Well, I better get going.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm
Well,
sure
right now
it's
you're going
okay.
through the intro. The intro's a little bit long. This will probably be the hardest part to bear through for the viewers. Unfortunately.
It'll be fine. They'll suffer. So anime doesn't have to make sense. That is also very true. It really doesn't.
It's Yukari. Are you awake?
Sadly. I'll open the door. Like every human being should.
Yeah, yeah. You could just be a total bitch to Yukari for no reason.
Did you
There's like a lot of there's a lot of options to do that too.
Senpai asked me to take you to school.
The school?
It's getting late, so are you ready
Oh,
to go?
that's why you moved here. Yeah. So, okay. Here. So here's the interesting thing about Persona 3 and upwards. It's half. Message being held for a
Yeah.
view.
Nightbot stops it. That's the lowest moderation. Anything like that, it stops it.
Interesting.
So normally like that, it's like really
So
toxic.
that's it.
Yeah, I was going to.
See?
But anyway, so
Part-
Persona 3 and onwards is half Weeaboo Simulator and other half Dungeon Crawler. So that's really interesting. We'll be in the Weeaboo Simulator for a little bit though, until we get access to Tartarus,
One sec.
Good morning.
and they're gonna give you free reign to walk around the school here for a bit.
We're here. Welcome to
Wow,
Gethsemane
up to 4
High
viewers,
School.
amazing.
Like it?
Anyway.
I don't have another monitor, so that's my laptop.
Oh right.
You're okay from here, right? You should go see your homeroom teacher first. The faculty office is right there to the left.
Dog kick.
And that concludes the tour. Do you have any questions before I go?
Not really. I don't care about the classroom.
Hey.
But don't you want to hit on the
we're back
cute girl?
tonight. Don't tell anyone
I'm
what
sure
you
there
saw,
were other ones.
okay?
Yeah, the Yukari is like basic tier shit, white tier waifu.
I don't want no garbage one. I want the high quality, the good stuff.
Well, you want Mitsuru then, the fucking hot
Obviously.
student council president.
Obviously.
I hope you're ready to max your inf then.
Max
'Cause
out.
you need-
Oh, but you move fast.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay, I
Uh,
got this.
Well, because they're just using the dungeon system for the school.
I don't
so
like how fast this is.
Well, you can walk slower, and you'll put your hands in your pocket if you just tilt on the stick.
It's so difficult though.
Well, just run fast. It's fine.
Okay, whatever. So it's a bulletin board thingy.
Yeah, and you can talk to people here. You can actually see a lot of your S-Link characters around. It's fine. It's just a little bit sensitive. You can't find your name.
Whatever.
You
It says
gave
up in the left.
You gave up. Oh, there's kanji.
Okay.
Ken-
left. No,
Kenji?
wait, what is this?
Also, you can rotate the camera with the triggers, or not the triggers, with the bumpers.
Oh, the other. No, it's the other analog. Oh, that too. That works too as well. So, I guess just keep looking. Heck, just... No, Drew, keep looking. Find it. Oh, there is a small note. Okay, class F. Got it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you want to head down the left-hand hallway to get to the teacher's
Left
student.
hand.
Yeah. Well, you're currently facing. Well, on my screen, you're currently facing.
The hallway or the staircase?
Face those two swords, those two plaque things.
Okay.
Yeah, and then on your left from there.
There's just a wall.
No, well, on the opposite
Okay, you know
end.
what? I'm just gonna go in this dark alleyway. Oh, this is not the office. Okay.
Yeah, the other dark alleyway.
Oh, the one. Okay, the one behind.
Wow, working with the delay is hard.
Yeah, I can tell. Maybe you should just chill and chat for a bit. Let me figure it out.
Okay, yeah, I'll stop giving you so much advice. But yeah, if you want to talk to people, you can. There's really no downside to it. Oh, he's wearing a kabuto. It's a Japanese samurai helmet.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
it's
so-
TF too.
Yeah, that's the history teacher. He's pretty cool. That's Mr. Oh fuck, I forgot his name. Anyway, he's pretty cool.
He's not my dad.
Oh, and there you have the French exchange student there.
Hello, library. Strange stuff.
Oh, that's oh fuck, I forget her name. She's dateable. She's dateable too, but she's kind of meh.
So which office is it here? Because there's 3 different areas.
Well, just click on doors.
Okay. We'll start doing that. Faculty office. Is that the one? That's the one I want to go in, right?
Yeah, you want the faculty office.
Or am I
Yeah,
just
don't-
walk in another room?
Don't worry, you'll be intimately familiar with this school's layout by the end of this game.
By the end, it's 100 hours.
Are you the new
Well, I
student?
mean, you do have to spend like 300 days here. Well, actually, that's not true because a lot of months are skipped.
Wow, you've lived in a lot.
But yeah, as the intro said, you've got a year. You've got about a year.
That was what, 10 years
Yep.
ago? Your
And this is
parents-
voice, so I'll kind of be quiet.
Gasp.
I'm sorry. I've been so busy I didn't have time to read this beforehand. I'm Miss Toriumi. I teach composition. Welcome to our school.
Name of Mr. Moody.
That'd be more accurate for the other Mr. Ikoda.
Wow, such enthusiasm.
I've asked. I don't need you here right now.
Have you seen the classroom assignments? You're in 2F. That's my class.
Went through the enthusiastic
Move to
option.
the auditorium. The welcoming ceremony will be starting
You
soon.
gotta be happy.
Follow me.
Okay, I will follow you in my dungeon crawling adventure.
Well, it's funny because in Persona 1, the school that you start out with is in like first person because it also uses like the dungeon system in thing.
Yeah. I just
Actually,
skipped his line
Oh well, whatever. He's boring anyway.
with his speech. Yeah, I can tell whenever he gets skipped in game. Yeah, it's pretty boring.
Hey.
You, bro, I'm trying to listen to stuff. Go away. Stood behind you trying to get your attention.
You came to school with Yukari this morning, right?
Yo, you walked to school, Yukari, right?
Why are you two walking together?
You were pretty close to what he said.
Hey, I have a question.
Oh shit.
Do you know if she has a boyfriend?
I don't know. I don't know.
Tell her she does. Tell her it's you.
I see.
Oh,
I thought you might know, but I guess not.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
So how well
that's so
do you
funny.
know her?
Yeah, it's me.
I hear talking. I
believe it's someone in Ms. Toriumi's class.
Toyoma's class.
Yeah, that's Mystery Coder. He's a dick. No one
Don't
likes
get
him.
me in trouble.
In P3 Portable, the teachers actually got all the teachers got character art as opposed to just Miss Toriumi.
Really?
Yeah, because P3P is different, and that it's kind of like there's no 3D walking around except for in the dungeon. It's like a map screen, and then like there's like sprites on it that you like scroll over and talk to because the PSP has severe memory limitations.
This guy
Oh.
looks oddly familiar.
Me?
Well, he's in that title card that I gave
yeah,
you.
he was,
Transferred here when I was in 8th grade.
I like his voice.
I know how tough it is being the
Yeah,
new
that's
kid.
Junpei. He's pretty cool.
So wanted to say, hey, see what a nice guy I am? Hey, it's Yucatan. I didn't think we'd be in the same class again.
At it again, huh? I swear you'll talk to anyone if they'll listen. Did you ever think you might be bothering someone?
What? But I was just being friendly.
If you say so. Anyway, it looks like we're in the same homeroom. I know, but still, I was a little surprised.
It must be fate.
Hello?
I thought about it. I was really debating that one.
That I'm in this class too?
I don't know who you are.
By the way, I heard you two came to school together this morning.
Junpei, yeah.
About it.
What's up with that? Come on, give me the dirt.
I mean, Jack Sparrow's got some dirt.
What are you talking about? We live in the same dorm. There's nothing going on, okay? Why are people even talking about it? Now you have me worried.
I don't understand what's going on, but I'm gonna go with it.
Hey,
Oh, well, she's talking about. She's not. She wants you to not mention the Dark Hour.
Oh, that happened. I forgot. I didn't say anything about it.
New stuff. That's right.
What is the whole you know what thing?
I don't know. Why don't you ask her about it?
Say,
No, no, no. Okay.
No, forget it. Because the dark guy was just talking about. I forgot.
seriously, don't say anything.
Yeah,
about
you,
that,
you know what? She
okay?
gets all pissed off.
Thing is, though, I didn't pay attention to the scene.
Well, do that because this is important.
Okay.
Jeez, don't say anything about last night, all right? Last night.
Wait a minute. Don't get the wrong idea.
I'm getting all the ideas.
Listen. I just met him yesterday, and there's absolutely nothing between us. Jeez.
Oh, what?
I've gotta go. I've got something to take care of for the archery team.
Mm,
You better not
lovely.
start any rumors.
He just bangs on my door. They do it all the time. I hate it.
Who cares? No one takes
I
rumors
don't think you
seriously
can edit
anyway.
that away.
Mm,
So paranoid.
probably not.
But hey, it's your first day here and people are already talking about you. Believe it or not, she's actually pretty popular.
Whatever.
Man,
Family members will always.
this is gonna be a fun
Yeah,
year.
they'll always be
I
there
can
to know
feel
you.
it.
So he's fixing food and selling.
There's a new
selling
waifu
new
shrine.
stuff. Waifu shrine.
Of
Better have
course.
Top quality waifu there.
Yeah, Mitsuru is top quality. She don't accept no morons. You gotta have max int if you want to date her.
Intellect.
Yeah, you do. You have to have max academics. Yeah, I'm gonna give you suggestions on which orders to up your stats in. Oh, you can see some of the teachers back there. There's Miss Toriumi. Yeah, these little cutscenes are great. There's Akihiko back there with the girls around him.
The sunlight is warm.
Yeah, it gives they always give little descripting factors around because
Welcome.
PS2's graphical capabilities aren't amazing.
God, I hate this.
Oh, the moving fast.
Saved my game.
Yeah, so I recommend rotating your save slots. By the way,
What do you mean rotating?
so every
like
time,
this, like going down all that.
every time you save in a different one because just in case you fuck up, it's like, oh shit, I needed to do this a week ago, and then you'll have a save for it.
Okay, so that's saved.
Oh yes, you'll have to format the memory card because it's brand new, but there it goes.
Let's see here. I'm guessing this. What's
This is like the red hub.
Talk to her.
I said red hub because I read the fucking chat. This is the hub. Yeah, and so you can.
One sec.
You might want to mute. Oh, right. Okay. Right. I'm in Discord.
Jesus Christ, dude. I swear.
It's.
It's not. It's not. It takes me off.
Oh, hi. What are you doing? Nothing. I just came to talk to you for no reason.
What's over here? I want to see what's over here first. I don't like how this moves at all.
Well, you'll get used to it.
Balance back door.
It's just an RPG. It's not like world map movement matters.
This. Alright, upstairs, I guess.
Yeah, you can't really do anything your first couple of days. You can go to the bathroom though.
Oh, that's. Does that really matter? Okay, which one's my room?
Well, it's the one at the end of the hall. No. Well, here's the thing: if you go to the bathroom while you're sick, sometimes you'll have a chance to go back to good status.
Huh. Wait, I was supposed to go to a what's his name, wasn't I?
Who?
Jun. It wasn't Junpei.
No, you hung out with him.
Okay. We just skipped the entire thing.
Yeah, yeah. We're kind of on fast forward montage mode here in the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's gonna force you to sleep. Yeah, we're on rails for about the first week or so. But we get a cutscene here with Akihiko.
Didn't you see the newspaper? There's a lot going on.
I know. People who had no problems before are suddenly developing acute cases of apathy syndrome. I've seen it in the news quite often lately. They say it's due to stress, but...
Yeah, right. It has to be them. Otherwise, it's not worth my time.
You have a one-track mind. Will you be okay on your own? The chairman will be here for the next few days, but after that, I can...
Don't worry, I'm just getting a little practice.
This isn't a game, Akihiko.
Don't you talk shit about Akihiko.
I'm probably not gonna play this the entire day, but I'll play the majority of it.
Okay, well, could you stop the stream in between so I don't have to export a
yeah,
separate
I'll do
video?
that. Well, I don't know. Because
You-
if I do that, then it just sends out another notification for people. That's kind of just annoying.
Yeah, but I'll have to
All
cut
you gotta
it.
do is cut out the rest of the video. That's how you do it. I'll probably, let me see what time it is. So it's 5, I'll probably go to like 7.
Okay. We should definitely at least get to Tartarus to see how you like it. Because, you know, this is kind of all up in the air on whether or not you want to continue it or not.
Yeah, it is.
I really like the game. But it depends on how you feel about RPGs.
Well, I don't play many of them. I think the only RPG I've actually played was like, what was it called? It was like, I think it was the Mario RPG. I think that's like the only thing I played.
Superstar Saga?
I think so, yeah. With, what's his name? It starts with a G. Geno or something like that?
Fawful? No. Whatever. Oh. Hang on, if you'll wait for a second, I can see the options, I'll tell you.
Okay, please do, because I don't want listening.
I want to say it's Kubota. Second option.
Hey, I did it.
Pay more attention next time.
Yeah. Hey, there you know. I will.
Pay attention in class, asshole.
Shut up! I didn't do it in the actual school. Why would I do it here? Your class is whispering. Minamoto game that must pay attention to class. Became slightly more popular. Hey!
Yeah, you get a bit of charm for answering. You get charm. You get charm for answering questions. For friends, and you get. Oh no, you sorry. Yeah, you get charm for answering questions, and you get int for listening to lessons.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have 3 stats. You have charm, academics, and courage. 3 stats, and they all go up to 6. Which is very different from later games in which you have 5 stats that all go up to 5. So, maxing them out in one playthrough is considerably harder in the later games.
Oh, he's back.
But the nice thing is they do carry over in New Game Plus.
This is our new guest.
Oh, here's a
Sophisticated gentleman. I like it.
here's a Kutsuki. Oh yeah, he's real cool.
My name is Shuji Ikutsuki. I'm the chairman of the board for your school. Ikutsuki. Hard to say, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
That's why I don't like introducing myself. Even I get tongue-tied sometimes.
I'll blame your parents for that.
Please, have a seat. I apologize about the confusion regarding your accommodations.
Real quick, I will say, props to them for making one of the best, walk-around characters. The most flashiest looking one.
However, it may take a while longer before you receive the proper room assignment.
Normally, like, characters when you're playing it, they're not as detailed as, this one or whatever. And this
Oh,
is
you
pretty
mean
cool.
a detailed protagonist? Yeah, I really like the Persona protagonists are always pretty cool, and I think Minato here is actually the most defined out of all of them because Yunarakami from P4 is fine. He's a little bit bland, and Rin or Akira or Rin, depending on which name you want to use for P5, is like basically just looks like me.
You gotta pronounce it that. No, I can't pronounce your last name. I think it's
To be
difficult.
honest, I do have other business here. Speaking of which, where's Mitsuru?
Yeah, Kutsuki's not that hard to pronounce. I'm curious. I'm curious as to what the original Japanese dialogue there was. And generally, Alice USA is pretty good about translating like correctly. Like they don't usually go for like changing the source material. After the whole Persona 1 debacle, in which they literally changed the character from Japanese to black.
Yukari here, Mitsuru.
Why don't you ask about the Dark
Hour?
Hour?
So I haven't met.
I hope you all get along.
Yeah, you've only met.
But I was supposed to not ask him that,
Okay.
or
Well,
not ask anyone that, like not mention
good.
it.
You've been paying attention.
Then I hope you have a successful school year.
I'm not gonna do that.
Now, if you'll excuse
Okay.
me,
So you have to be really careful.
you must be tired from all the excitement.
How do they do they what?
Go to bed early.
Stay pierogi. Stale pierogi.
How
As
do
they
do
say, the early bird catches
Huh?
the bookworm.
What? You okay?
Honey.
Please forgive the pun.
Oh, he's one of those guys.
Oh yeah, he makes bad puns all the time.
No! I don't like him.
You'll get used to his lame jokes.
See, even Yukari understands.
Well, everyone does.
Alright, late night.
Just like jokes.
Next, one son.
Oh wow, that didn't even give you time to walk around.
Yeah.
Working hard.
Oh no, but
So, how's he doing?
okay.
What is this? What's it?
I thought they were gonna play a different scene there.
He went
Oh,
to
no,
bed
they
a
did.
while ago. He's asleep now.
Stream the
Mr.
play.
Chairman, do you think he's...
Well, let's wait and see for now. The dark hour is approaching.
Oh, we get a nice little cutscene here.
That's all the time we have for this week. Be sure to tune in again next week. KJ out.
Totally. There's nothing a few beers
Was brought to you by Dorito Electronics, bringing you the future. At the sound of the tone, the time will be 12 o'clock a.m.
I'll get to you in a second, Steel Pierogi. So it's a bit unclear on what happens here, because it kind of looks like he just turns into black goo. But in the anime, you can clearly see that what really happens is like a bunch of black goo just kind of forms around him and then falls off, and he's just kind of standing there left like kind of motionless. And that's kind of how apathy syndrome happens. And anyway, Steel Pierogi, how they change a character from Japanese to black? They change the skin color, and then they change all the dialogue around it to match. Okay, the Dark Hour is well, here, if you'll listen to Akutsuki here, he'll kind of explain it.
Yeah, let me continue here.
As you can see, he's retained
There's once you get access to the menu, there's also like an archive which you can kind of look stuff up.
We'll probably look through it every once in a while, but I'm not gonna really focus on that because I'm just waiting for the game, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
He's asleep.
Well, you'll only really need to look up the old documents you get in.
One second.
The only question that remains is whether or not he has the potential. Although he must. If he didn't, they would have preyed on him by now.
Yeah, so usually if you'll see like a blue word like that, that means that it has like a little archive entry.
Okay.
But you really never need to check it. It's all pretty well explained if you just kind of pay attention. I don't think so. Did he? Oh, you mean that stain over there? That's on the carpet? No, that's just the carpet markings.
I'm like analyzing every sentence watching it.
I feel kind of bad though, spying on him like this.
Oh, he's a little bit behind the stream. No, that it was beer. Yeah.
That was alcohol.
Ah, yes, the Velvet Room. You might recognize the music in here.
Welcome to the Velvet Room, my dear young man.
Yeah, so you might recognize the music in here.
Oh, he looks like Gru.
Oh.
He looks just like him.
Well, he's been in Persona since Persona 1.
Gore.
He's always been the Velvet Room attendant.
Please just Photoshop him on Gru.
This is Elizabeth.
You don't make sense, Steel Pierogi.
Here, like myself.
Pleased to meet you.
Looks like a stereo speaker.
This place exists between dream and reality, mind and matter. It's been years.
I'm so fucking bummed that Elizabeth isn't a date option. Like she kind of is, but she's weird. Well, it was kind of added in this version, but not like fully. It's weird. We'll get to it.
Those who have signed the contract.
Yeah, it has been a long time since Persona 2, hasn't it, Igor?
Henceforth, you shall be.
Oh, you want to know something fucking stupid? Okay, so Persona 2 was released in 2 parts: Persona 2 Innocent Sin and Persona 2 Eternal Punishment. Innocent Sin was not released in the West, but Eternal Punishment was. And then when they were remade for the PSP, Innocent Sin was released in the West, but the remake of Eternal Punishment wasn't.
That you abide by the contract.
So, you know, good fucking luck playing them.
For the choices you make.
So Igor's gonna ask you to sell your soul here, basically. Well, actually, you kind of already have. He's just saying. He's just reminding you.
I understand.
Hold on to this. Till we meet again.
Alright, see you, Gru.
Don't you disrespect Igor like that.
Oh, what the?
Igor is a fucking servant of Philemon, okay? No. Super powerful.
Oh boy.
Basically a god.
Green. It's time to go to school.
Yes, it is. And it's also a full moon tonight. Would you look at that?
Boy.
What the fuck? But, Sir Pierogi, Elizabeth can't be a lesbian for reasons that I can't talk to you about because of major spoilers.
Yeah, be careful when we talk here, because I don't wanna get taken down on YouTube.
Yes, he is. You'll find out why in a second.
Oh,
Well,
he's also part of it.
no, he's not yet.
Oh, he's not yet. What is going on in there? Yeah, my mic will be muted for a while within stream because of my family, so bear with that.
Yeah, Mr. Ikoda. Is he? Oh, he's like. Oh, he's classic lit. That's right.
Gotta stay awake. I gotta stay awake.
Yes, if you stay awake, you'll get intelligence points. If you doze off, you'll get a nap. Basically, it's the equivalent of going to bed early, and it will raise your status from good to great, which lets you perform a little bit better in Tartarus. But it's really not worth it. Really, the intelligence points are way better.
Full moons and the furs are gonna come out. Stop.
Not entirely wrong. So look at Mr. Yokota here calling it the bomb. I think he might be a little bit behind on the times. To be fair, this is a 2007 game.
Yeah, that too.
Which interestingly enough takes place in 2009. If you look at the calendar here, well, you'll have to wait till the actual day changes. Actually, I think it takes place from 8 going into 9. Yeah, you can see a few social link characters in the background there. There's that girl you talked to talking to the cat. Oh, and you see Ken there, back there. Ooh, specimen students. Yes. So you'll get that little transition every time you go into the dark hour, which is cool. Well, it's cool because what it does is it lets you know that we're going into the dark hour now.
Okay.
Without them having to explain it every goddamn time.
How is he?
The same as last night.
So you'll get your first taste of combat tonight. Also, a really fucking dope cutscene, but we'll get to that.
Those who have the potential tend to be unstable at first.
Low-key sounds like Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, to be honest.
Memory
loss,
like the moon and all that coming down and all that.
Oh, well, that would be Majora's Mask.
Well, yeah, Majora's, my bad.
But
not
this
Ocarina.
subject is rather unique.
Fucking casual.
He hasn't exhibited any of the common symptoms.
Yeah, they're trying to talk about
Like a guinea pig.
just what happens whenever you're in the dark hour.
Your concern, but it's imperative that we recruit new members.
So you can track them as they're in the dark hour?
Well, they can track you because they're surveilling your room. But yes, they can kind of track. Mitsuru's one of her abilities is that she's kind of got some support abilities, so she can find shadows outside of Tartarus a bit, but she's not great at it.
Interesting.
But we'll get to that.
Yeah, I guess.
The thing is, the thing that's so special about our character here is that he is not a coffin, while everyone else is in the dark hour. Because if you'll know, so
what's going on with that?
well, basically what they explained is whenever the dark hour happens, everyone turns into a coffin, and that's so that the shadows can't get you. But if you have the potential, you don't turn into a coffin, which means you get to experience the dark hour. That's why no one else knows the dark hour is happening, is because they're in their coffin the entire time. Yeah, it's a bit, but you get the hang of it. So yeah, the dark hour. Well, it'll be explained here after today, actually. Whenever we join. Yes. Okay, you're getting a bit monster stuff, Rogi. I would personally just prefer an evoker shot, but you know, you do you.
Calm down there.
Suspend our observation for now. We'll prepare for battle.
Her high heels.
Key, it's sticky.
Careful.
Which one? The X key? Or the A?
The normal continue key.
The A key.
Yeah.
Buy PS4 controller.
Get me something.
Akihiko.
Oh, he's the... Okay, never mind. He's the guy we're talking about.
Yeah, they're talking about you.
Well, no, we're talking about...
Oh, you're talking about Akihiko. Yeah.
Get ready to be surprised. It'll be here
He's
any second.
He's voiced by Liam O'Brien. He does a lot of stuff. He did Grimoire Vice in the original Nier.
It's one of them.
I should play Nier.
Good luck getting a hold of one. Also, do you have equipment to record a PS3?
Oh yeah, never mind.
Yeah, we'll need to get you a capture card at some point, especially if we're gonna continue with this. If we ever move on to P4 and 5,
Yeah.
because that will require a capture card.
Yeah, but you see, I get the money for that now.
Well, yeah, but that's a ways off. This is quite the long game. And we could also just play the non-enhanced version of P4. I don't recommend it, but we could.
You let it to us, Akihiko, so I'm afraid you'll
Because then we have to deal with Chie's old voice actor. Yeah.
Like I had a choice. What are you waiting for, Yukari? Go!
I'm going.
You're walking by loud noises. Hear a commotion down the hall. Decided to take a look. Huh, I wonder what I'm gonna see.
Fully dressed in your school uniform.
Sorry, I'm coming in.
It's fine. There's only 2 models for the main character.
Wait, really?
Well, no, because he's got his costumes in Tartarus, but...
What's going on? Just casually, okay.
Hurry, downstairs. We'll leave through the back door.
What's going on here?
Wait, take this, just in case.
What do you give it to me now? Big smooch.
Wow, I like how...
Oh, short sword? Oh.
Yeah, just give her... Here, take this fucking sword.
Okay.
Stale's in the Discord now.
Oh, thank you for joining Discord. Appreciate it.
Alright, we should be safe now. Takiba, do you read me?
Takiba.
Takiba, yeah.
Yes, I hear you.
Yeah, so in Japan... Yes, I see. But yeah, so in Japan, basically, you don't really call people by their first name unless you're, like, good friends with them. You call them by their family name.
Oh, okay.
And Mitsuru's, like, super polite, so she'll basically always call everyone by their last name.
Okay.
You know, because she's... Well, she's all elegant. She's, you know, she's the student council president.
I want to pull back.
I want to pull out.
Stop. I don't have any choice but to go further up. To the roof.
Yeah,
It
basically.
must be huge.
Pretty big. Don't worry, there's
Oh.
bigger.
I saw the wall was like missing for a second.
Yeah, it happens sometimes. Don't worry about that.
Where do I go?
You go up more. Oh yeah, the walls turn transparent whenever
Go further up? Where's, oh no, there's a staircase. Okay.
yeah, the walls turn transparent when you turn the camera through them so you can see.
Oh, okay, okay. So that's what it was.
Yeah.
I gotta keep going up. We'll keep going up. Just ignore everything else. Oh.
What?
Probably the thing you chasing us.
It's getting closer.
Fine, don't worry about it. We're only trapping ourselves on the roof with no means of escape. It's fine.
Nah, we'll make it. Don't worry. Don't. It'll be fine.
Nope, game's over. you get 3 days and that's it.
Oof. Yeah, lock the door. That's really gonna help.
I think we're okay for now.
And bust the door.
Alright, we're gonna get a really cool cutscene here, so...
Okay, we'll shut up.
I'll shut up.
I can be online, okay.
What? Those monsters. We call them shadows.
Go on.
There.
Wait.
Persona.
Thou art I, and I am thou. From the sea of thy soul I cometh. I am Orpheus, master of strings.
As we suspected.
Did I just watch?
Probably the best cutscene in the game. So something you'll notice is that personas are basically stands. Don't worry about that.
Like JoJo.
Um,
Like Polnareff.
So yeah, so basically he summoned Orpheus there, and then something burst out of them, and then literally kicked the shit out of that boss. So yeah, that's basically like the first boss in the game that they kind of like that got done for you because that persona was so high level.
Huh.
But you're gonna have a bit of combat here with the leftover
So there's
thing.
more than one persona?
Well, yes. Basically everyone gets their own, but you're special. You have the power of the wild cards. You can have multiple.
Oh.
But Orpheus here is kind of your base default. He'll be good for a little bit, but you're gonna want to replace him pretty soon.
Stale pierogi set.
Let's
Alright.
avoid the TTS here.
Yeah, I have it on default, but I thought I turned it off. I was gonna put it on streamer mode. Okay, that should work. Okay, all right. So we're in combat. Okay, so you have skills. Skills are your personas. That's all your personas abilities. You have attack. That's all you can do right now. You also have items, tactics, personas, and escape, but you can't really do that right now. So right now, I recommend let's use one of your skills just to see what it does. Oh, okay, that's fine if you attack. You basically okay. So here's the thing. Interesting thing about physical skills, which is all you have right now, bash, is that it costs HP.
Oh.
Yes. So physical skills cost HP, and magic skills cost SP. That blue bar. But yeah, so physical skills are usually way better than attacking with your sword. But of course they drain health, so you can't spam them. You'll usually have to have a healer. But yeah, go ahead and use bash on one of them. You can't lose this fight. It's fine. I mean, I guess you could.
Oh,
But
instantly, okay.
yeah, like I said,
You gotta manage both your health and
I don't usually use physical skills. Junpei is
more.
mo-
Manually. What does that do anything?
Okay, yeah, go ahead and try that out.
26. Health,
Yeah, so when attacking is just attacking. All it does is do damage. It's usually pretty weak damage, but you'll basically want to use that if the enemy's low on health and you want to conserve SP, or the enemy is weak to the type of weapon you're using. So like slash, like sorry, your sword has slash. There are 3 types of physical. There's slash, pierce, and blunt, and then there's 6 types of elemental. Although 2 of them, yes. So you'll get some levels here. I think Orpheus should gain fire. Yes. Okay. So you have to learn a language here, basically. Augie is fire. Yeah, learning the spell elemental is going to be a little bit weird at first, but there's Augie is fire, Garu is wind, Bufu is ice, and Zan is lightning. And there's various forms of those, but you'll get the hang of it. I'll explain them as they come up. Now, the nice thing is that you have me here to actually explain what the abilities do, because the game sure fucking doesn't tell you that. Oftentimes, okay. No, it should just be it's just the Velvet Room transition.
Okay.
Yeah, so that transition means you're going to the Velvet Room. In a cutscene, wrong. Yes, SP is like mana. That's correct, Still Pierogi. It stands for skill points, I believe.
After awakening to your power. It's nothing to worry about, though. So just
So Igor's going to talk to you here, and he's gonna explain personas a bit, in case you've never seen one, which most people haven't. Most people, this is their first Persona game, because Persona 1's not that great. Persona 2's significantly better, but still not my favorite.
Manifestation of your psyche.
What is Gru's persona?
He doesn't have one. He fuses personas.
Okay.
Like I said, he's super powerful.
It may take some time to
I don't get it.
A persona is a facet of your personality that surfaces as you react to external stimuli.
Yeah, Igor just kind of hand waves like, it's fucking magic, don't worry about it. Anyway, Persona and Shadows, as an extension, those enemies you're fighting, are all, they come from, there's this guy, I think he's, I want to say Swedish,
if my power's weak, how come I one-shot that thing?
Well, that's why weak is kind of an option there. Like, weak? Yeah, what do you mean, weak?
Stronger your social links, the more power.
Oh, fuck. What is it? Anyway, a philosopher, Carl Jung. So, he basically created the concept of things like personas and shadows. And basically, a persona is the mask you use for your day-to-day ability. So it's like, there's the true you, and then you have the masks you wear, you know, when you talk to people. So that's basically what a persona is. And they've kind of adapted that here as a sort of, you know, an RPG type thing.
That's nice.
Yeah, so, but yeah, so all of the personas represent something, and I can't really talk to you much about Orpheus because it's basically the entire plot of the game. But if you knew anything about Greek lore, oh yeah. So interesting thing about this: all the main character personas are all Greek figures. So it's like Junpei will have Hermes. I think the only outlier is Fuka, who gets someone else. Anyway, Yukari's gonna talk to you here, and she's gonna kind of like bitch about her feelings.
How much sleep do you need? It's been a whole week.
What?
I was so worried about you.
And she's gonna do that girl thing where she's gonna be worried about you, and then she's gonna get mad at you.
Right after you said it, you're like, she's gonna get a word about you.
The doctor couldn't find anything wrong with you. He said
Yeah, you can actually see Tatsumi Memorial Hospital on the field map. You can't go to it though, but it's there.
Kept sleeping and sleeping. You know how worried I was?
So if you'll notice, you've skipped about like 6 days.
Yeah, I realized.
I'm sorry I couldn't.
I was wondering because whenever it was switching things, it showed all the suns. And
Oh yeah, all the days go past. Yeah, so
one that was different.
well, that counter error is the phases of the moon, because the phases of the moon are important in Persona. Not so much in this one as it was in earlier games. But in earlier games, Persona, well, and this is actually extending more into the Megami Tensei stuff. Because this is kind of a subsidiary of those games. It's marketed here in the West as Shin Megami Tensei Persona 3, despite the fact that it has nothing to do with Shin Megami Tensei. But whatever. Equals looks like Vladimir Putin. Kind of? With a big long nose.
We obviously know that it's Gru. All right. Let's get
All
an
right.
understanding here.
We're gonna call him Igor because that's his name, and I won't have you I won't have you disrespecting my boy.
He may be your boy, but
My
he's my
dad
goal.
died in an accident when I was little. My mom and I aren't exactly.
But yeah, what was I talking about? Yeah, so the phases of the moon. In older Persona games and Shin Megami Tensei games, demons would in Persona, I'm gonna call those demons. Demons would be more receptive to negotiation on full moons, on new moons, and like basically like completely resistant to it on new moon or full moons. Here, the full moon thing has been kind of adapted in that you fight the bosses on full moons. So, like I said, the first one was kind of done for you, but we've got about 22 days to prepare for the next one.
Oh, I see. Next 22. Okay.
Yeah.
So that tells you the next bosses. Okay.
Yes, basically. So it's like be ready by this point. That's what it's saying.
How long does it take normally to get each one?
How long does each one take?
Boss, yeah.
Oh, you get about. I mean, normally, a month is 30 days, but they usually kind of bullshit around it with like story and stuff, and kind of like how the way you skipped. You usually only have about like 20 to 25 days.
But still.
Okay. But like real time, how long does that take?
Well, I mean, it takes. I mean, you don't have a strict timer. You have events that forward time. So every day you'll.
Curious about how,
Every.
roughly.
Oh, you mean I don't know. It depends on how fast you go through the day. Is the thing.
Okay.
Like I said, I mean, it's a long-form game, and there is a lot of art. I mean, going to Tartarus in between is where most of the gameplay takes place. So it's not like it's going to be 100% visual novel Weeaboo Simulator the whole time.
Doki Doki?
No. It's Okie Dokie. It was a bit more than that, but
Doki is Okie.
yeah, Doki Doki is not Okie Doki. So yeah, just some ground rules here. You're basically gonna get free reign here in a second.
Think about it. The person looks like Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Like low key, like just recolored. At least when he was lying in bed, he did.
Yeah,
So
maybe.
what's up with the color changes on the numbers?
On the what?
The numbers, like the 21's not blue.
Okay, 18. The blue. That's Saturdays are blue. And days you have off from school are red.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so here's the thing. Japan goes to school for 6 days of the week, and they get Sundays off. But to make up for that, they only go to high school for 3 years as opposed to 4.
Okay. Fourth floor of the dorm. Someone remind me of that.
No, you'll be forced.
Oh, okay. Forced. Okay.
I'll remind you of anything you need to do.
All right. So are you gonna be here forever? You one of these?
Yes, every Friday. Like I said, I'm here to give you coaching for the RPGs.
True.
Alright. Oh, Mr. Ono here. Oh, Mr. Ono, that's his name. Yeah, he's the history guy. So basically, he hates all history except for the Sengoku era. That's all he cares about. That's why he's wearing a goddamn kabuto.
I can tell, yeah. Quick frame, call it a day. Hey, Junpei. What was the style of houses in the Jomon period called?
I believe it was mud huts.
Okay, mud huts. Correct! We did it. Digging a hole in the ground and support the roof. That's one use that can be interesting. Katanas.
Yeah, so you gonna learn today.
You gonna learn today. He's like, I don't even
yes.
do this.
So all the things in these classes are actually all correct. And you'll often later on you'll get some lessons from this guy, the nurse, who actually gives some pretty cool lessons on like kind of magic throughout the world, and like how it was like practiced historically. So he's really cool.
Do I need to stay up for every class?
I would recommend it. The more intelligence points you have, the better. Because they can never go down. You'll just be always gaining them.
Alright, we'll stay up.
You could start sleeping once you've maxed intelligence, I guess. Okay, so here, this is the mall. This is basically your main. Screen's kind of wobbling weirdly. I'm not sure why that is. But anyway, this is So this is. Oh wow, I saw some S-Link characters there. Had noticed.
We're told to go to the 4th floor.
Yeah, you're back in the dorm. But yeah, so that was that was Oh fuck, what was the name of that mall?
I didn't pay attention.
It was Polonia Mall. That's it. So that's kind of like Polonia Mall. That's basically your main shop hub. That's where you'll buy items and
I
weapons.
wish here, if you went up one stairs, it would just push you up all of them.
Well, normally you'll never have to do this. Normally the highest you'll ever have to go is your room, and if you go to the save point, you can just skip right to your room. Oh yeah, don't ignore the flickering. That happens in this one scene for no reason. I don't know why.
I'm glad that you're okay.
But now you'll never probably experience that again.
Needed to talk to you.
Okay.
Please have a seat.
I will have a seat.
Alright, so Akutsuki's gonna give you a lore dump here. He's basically gonna talk to you about the Dark Hour and stuff.
I believe I mentioned him earlier, but this is Akihiko.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Okay, let me start off by asking you this.
Yeah,
Would you
Akihiko
believe me
Sonata.
if I said that a day consists of more than 24 hours?
Yep. Excuse me?
I'm not surprised by your reaction.
I like that one.
However, you
Yeah, that
already
one's pretty good.
experienced this truth firsthand. Do you remember the night you came here? You had to have noticed the signs. The streetlights went out, nothing was working, there were coffins everywhere. Didn't it feel like you were in a different time? That's the Dark Hour. A time.
Yeah, so that's an important thing about the Dark Hour. No electronics work at all. That's why your music cut out.
Oh, that's why I got really silent. Okay.
Yeah. And why all the lights are off in the dorm.
I guess it's more like something people
Hidden
aren't aware
between,
of.
I don't get it. Good options. Two are the same, the other one is, I don't get it.
Tonight at midnight. It'll happen tonight and every night to come.
Normal people
Each
don't
hour,
realize it,
yes.
since they're all sleeping inside their coffins.
And so kind of your main objective, like all in all, is stop the Dark Hour. That's basically your entire, that's like the main plot point.
We saw those creatures. We
Like I
fought
said,
them
so it's
together.
like each Persona game could be boiled down into like, well, I don't know, Persona 5 is a bit more complicated, but it's like P3 is stop the Dark Hour, P4 is catch the murderer, and it's like, you know, you usually have like one goal, and then it's like do everything else around it.
You just got hurt the other day.
Put your jacket down, man.
No, you can't, because
Exclude
funny.
his hand.
Basically, whenever he goes to the beach in one scene, it'll be replaced with a towel because that means they don't have to change the animations.
Long story short,
They're lazy, in other words.
the specialized extracurricular.
Well, I wouldn't call it lazy. I'd call it more the fact that the PS2 is not the most technically advanced console.
On paper, we're classified.
You'll notice huge improvements whenever we jump up to P5 because that's on the PS3 and 4.
Mitsuru is the leader. I'm the club
I
advisor.
really like P5. I think the combat in P5 is
You're
great.
welcome for that, by the way.
I'm welcome. Oh, for defeating the thing.
No, for buying you that.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, you got a webcam out of it, so
Well, I got another 50 to expand.
Yeah.
Remember.
I'll get that mouse here soon.
What about the police?
Well, they can't fight them because we'll go ahead and select that.
Although rare, there are those
They'll
who
explain
can
it.
function during the dark hour.
Yeah, I know, Steprogi. P5's combat just feels so amazing.
Fight the shadows. That's Persona, the power you used the other night. The shadows can only be defeated by Persona users,
So basically, JoJo in a nutshell.
which means
Basically, yeah, those are what personas are. Except for that you can have multiple. But yeah, all of them have like unique skill sets and stuff.
I mean, there was one character in JoJo where they could
Really? You go for Anne? I don't know. I'm more of a Futaba.
Oh yeah, just hand me a gun, okay?
We've prepared a new booklet for you.
Futaba,
Would like you to lend us your strength?
Makoto, or
Real quick.
Miss Kawakami. Those
So
are the
when
three.
he's
top
when
that
he's
I like.
when they're putting the gun on their head, do they actually pull it? The trigger?
It's I'm not sure where Mitsuru explains it, but they're not real guns. They just.
Welcome aboard.
This is kind of like base level hidden lore, but what they do is that they stimulate your brain into thinking that you're in danger, which gives you the push to be able to summon your persona.
Okay.
why
So it's
don't
like an
you just stay
injection.
here in your
Yeah.
bedroom? I don't know what the holdup is, but I guess it worked out in the end.
Well, you say that, Steprogi, but Persona actually has their own form of the Power Rangers, which we can catch every Sunday, actually, on the TV. Featherman Ranger R, I believe. Oh, Akuchi there's bullshitting you about the fact that as to why you didn't get a real dorm assignment.
Oh wait, something happened. Rings my head. Is it Igor? No, it's.
Oh, you're getting your first S-Link.
Oh. Thou shalt have our blessing when thou choosest.
Oh,
to
get ready
create
to
a
see.
persona.
Get ready to see this every fucking time you level an S-Link. Yeah, that was that was fixed in P4 and 5, but in P3 you have to go through this every time.
Why?
I don't know. That's just how it is. But there's 10 ranks to every thing. So and there's 10 ranks and there's 20 there's 20-ish total S-Links. So 10 times 20. So yeah, if you did all the S-Links, you'd see that about 120 times.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Luckily, well, yeah, doing all the S-Links takes a pretty rigid schedule. I don't really want to. Yeah, I don't really.
Oh, it's the one person.
Oh, it's fucking this kid.
Yeah,
He's gonna talk to you every once in a while. I can't remember if he tells you his name or not, so I'm not gonna use it yet.
We've met before.
Yeah, I know we've met.
Soon, the end will come. I remembered, so I thought I should tell you.
You should tell me your name too.
I don't think he tells you in this cutscene. No, he a bit.
I don't care.
So interesting thing here, he's actually voiced by the same person as your protagonist. Yeah, and that's important later on, but
They're the same person.
No.
You've awakened to your power. And an unusual power it is.
You'll actually see a lot of characters here pulling double duty in terms of voice acting. The police officer is voiced by the same person who voices Shinji. So it's like, you know, I can usually point it out when that happens.
Oh, he can teleport too?
Do you remember when we first
Yeah.
met? I expected
He's fine. Don't worry about him. He's a magical boy.
What was the commitment again?
I'll be
When you sign that contract.
Oh, yeah.
You forget about me. Okay then. See you later.
I'll see you, little boy.
Yeah, basically that contract just says I choose this of my own free will.
Oh, okay.
Which you kind of didn't, but whatever.
They just kind of, oh yeah, just this and this. That's all I need.
Well, it's implied in the anime that he just kind of signs it like he thinks he's checking into the dorm.
So he doesn't really know he's signing it.
Well, no one reads contracts.
That's also very true. I hear something. Someone's calling your name from downstairs.
Hey, it's me.
Yeah, I think it.
Can you come down here?
That's probably you, Kari.
I could, but do I? Oh, they forced me.
Okay.
Oh, right. This is where he shows up.
What's this all about?
There's someone I want to introduce.
This is your
They
third
could do all
part.
this, but they couldn't move their mouth.
Hey.
In the pictures.
In the action, anywhere really.
They do in P5. They move in the pictures. But yeah. Well, that's why they have the character art, is because you know, the graphics are so basic.
Yeah.
Wait.
Well, I say basic. It's a PS2 game, but you know. So here's Junpei.
This is Junpei Iori from Class 2F. He'll be staying here as of today.
What's up?
What's up?
So he's your third party member.
He reminds me of that guy from I think the game's called
I bumped
Catherine.
into him the other night.
Fun fact, in Persona 3 Portable, that guy shows up in this game. Because they're done by the same Atlas made Catherine.
I love it.
But yeah, yeah, he shows up as a cameo. Because Catherine wasn't actually out at the time, but they were working on it.
Yeah, like the only thing I remember is like that little goatee he has.
Yeah, that's.
Or the little stubble, whatever you call
Man,
it.
that's embarrassing.
Yeah, he's voiced by Matt, not Matt Mercer. Fuck, the other guy. Fucking
Yes, it's Matt Mercer, obviously.
No, Matt Mercer's in P5.
It's also JoJo.
Yeah, he's also McCree. Oh fuck, Kazuhira in Metal Gear Solid 5. What's his voice actor?
You should.
Or no, not Kazuhira. Or was it?
He brushes this off like it's nothing
I
to him.
was shocked to find out about you guys.
Oh, hello, Ventarx.
Yo,
Date
welcome.
Junpei. You can't even date Junpei in P3P when you're a female.
It could get kind of
Junpei's
lonely.
my dad.
I bet you're stoked too, right? Having
Yo,
me
Ventar,
join?
welcome to the stream. Appreciate you tuning in. I bet you should, yeah.
Huh?
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's cool, Vintar. Yeah, I actually just recently finished all the Persona games like a couple months ago. But yeah, I like P3. And hopefully, I don't want to be too full of myself, but you know, I'm a little bit knowledgeable, so hopefully you might learn something here. Because that's what. Yes, I'm going to be full of myself. That is kind of why I'm here, is to kind of give advice for Droxec here.
You mean Tartarus?
Yeah, Matt Mercer's pretty cool. He's also fucking Leon from RE4, and I think all other RE games.
He's also Jotaro and JoJo.
Yeah, he's a lot of things. Oh, well, that makes it even better.
Him. Yeah. His or isn't that good though.
Yeah, he's yeah, he does a lot of shit, doesn't he? He's McCree.
Great. I love him.
He also hosts Critical Role, which is like yeah, that's like a D&D thing that him and a bunch of other voice actors do.
I'm gonna check it out. Is it does the Roadhog voice actor there?
I don't think. Well, it's not.
Well, I know it's not specifically them, but
no, I don't think so. Laura Bailey's there.
Oh.
She's actually in P4. She's best waifu P4.
Of course. What's your conversation?
Oh, is he? Is he the same voice actor? I didn't know that, Vintar. I only watched a little bit of the dub for Full Metal Alchemist.
Just pretend I didn't hear. Where's Bell's wrong? Care to the other than Edward Elfric whenever I hear Junpei speak.
Elric. Okay, yeah. So yeah, Edward Elric is from Full Metal Alchemist. That's interesting. Yeah, I knew he sounded familiar, but I couldn't place it. Yeah, there's a lot of good voice actors in this game. Like I said, excuse me? Rise is the best waifu in P4. Well, okay, Naoto is close second. I will give you Naoto. Okay, Naoto is perfectly acceptable. I don't go for the whole boyish aesthetic. But, you know, I can't knock you because Naoto's super cute whenever, like, she texts you. And it's, like, all in caps.
I could shove my webcam up in the corner.
I wouldn't recommend it, though.
It's not really blocking anything.
Yeah, but Persona's chill game. Chill visual story game. You don't really need your face.
I will visually bully you when I find you.
Wow, she didn't waste any time leaving.
She's probably busy with things like student council, unlike us.
But yeah, on my second playthrough through P4 to get all the social links. Yeah, I'd agree with that, Vintar. I think it is kind of a bit more stylish. I like P4's overall plot, or I like its plot hook better. I like the whole, alright, there's a murder happening, there's murders happening, catch the murderer.
Also, this does interest me. I'll say that.
Okay, so you're interested? Good. Wait till we get to the actual combat.
Yeah, the combat looks pretty fun.
Well, yeah, like I said, you've only had a little taste of it so far.
Tap.
Yeah, but there's a lot of interesting mechanics in this that are.
Was that? No, that's a student. What I'm saying.
Oh yes, that's that back there. That's the Emperor social link. That's
Those two people.
Yeah, well, the one with the yellow armband.
Oh.
But yeah, anyway, as I was saying, Vintar, during my second playthrough of P4 to get all the S links, I did Naoto instead of Rise, and
I gotta give my undivided attention.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I did Naoto instead of Rise on my second playthrough, and she's just as good.
But that number recently jumped to 5. Therefore,
I'm not afraid to have it up next to the mic.
You just started P3, or you just started Persona in general?
Sorry.
Oh well, you knew about Naoto, so I guess just P3.
You haven't seen it, Junpei?
It's no surprise.
Okay. Yeah. I really like P3. P3 was my first one because I like to start in order. I tried to go back to Persona 1, but that wasn't happening. I did eventually beat that later, but it was definitely a slog. But yeah, P3 definitely holds a special place for me as being my first. I don't know, Anne is just kind of fine, I guess.
But Senpai, what
I prefer Futaba. Futaba is main, top tier, but secondary is
I hear about Futaba all the time.
Futaba's pretty. She's from P5. She's pretty cool. And then there's Makoto. She's cool, and Kawakambi's pretty cool too.
as long as you don't go too far in. Since we're dealing with shadows, Tartarus isn't something we can avoid.
Relax, I've got your backs.
I really like P5. P5 is probably my favorite gameplay-wise because it's the most streamlined.
What about you, Mr. Chairman?
Did you play P4 or P4G, Vintar?
As you know, I can't summon a persona.
Oh, you're focusing. I'll handle the chat.
I mean, you know more about this than I do, so. We're excited the way.
Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, P4G has a lot of more interesting things, in it. It's got another character, Marie. She's okay, I guess. What was I gonna say? I completely lost my train of thought. Oh well, I'll think about it. Oh, right. Did P4 Vanilla have the ability that you could choose? Okay. Well, it's just Tartarus showing up.
No, it bothers me. Low key.
Okay.
It's really neat.
Oh, you're doing P3P. Oof. I don't know. I kind of wouldn't recommend P3P because of the lack of cutscenes, but, I don't know. P3P's female protagonist is pretty interesting. I'm only midway through a playthrough with her. But yeah.
Turns into this?
Yes.
What?
Once the dark hour
Yeah, but Makoto's got that cool bike thing.
This is the nest.
Okay, you're doing P3 FES.
Looks gay.
But why? Why'd our school turn into a giant tower?
I keep getting derailed here. Vintar, does P4 have, Vanilla P4, does it have, can you choose what skills your persona is going to inherit, or do you have to do it randomly?
Who cares anyway? It's not like it would change our minds about fighting.
Well, maybe now we'll find
I
out.
just speedrun of this.
Mitsuru and I have only gone in to take a
Well, if you hold triangle, it skips dialogue.
first
Oh,
time
does it?
exploring it.
Yeah, but don't. Oh, it's oh, good. Yeah. Well, that means you won't have to. That means you won't have to readjust to P3. Yeah. Yeah. For me, it was adjusting from the random style of P3 into the selection of P3G and P5. God, I could never go back. It took me like, hours to get a Messiah I wanted. Like real-time hours of just selecting. Nope, didn't have it. Go back.
Why is there a bike in here?
Okay, that's Mitsuru's bike.
Okay, never mind.
It's special, which is why it works during the dark hour. But it lets her basically,
Go fast.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was reading chat. Yeah, that's gonna be your biggest challenge in P3 is the fact that you can't directly control your party.
They just do whatever.
First we'll have you
Well, you can kind of give them directions, but yeah, most of the time they'll just kind of go on auto. So get ready for Mitsuru to cast Marin fucking Karen at, like, you know, the wrong time.
We're not asking you to go very far, and I'll be feeding you information.
You'll kind of learn to kind of juke them a little bit. It's like,
You two didn't plan on coming in the first place?
you'll kind of actually, like, you'll learn to kind of manipulate them a bit. So it's like, say you want the full party defense buff, you'll want to set Junpei to support for one turn so that he'll cast that, and then you'll want to set him back to something else. So you'll get used to it, though.
He's so hesitant about it.
You're in charge.
Are you going to play the answer, Vintar, after you're done with the FES main story?
Why him? He doesn't look like a leader.
But he has fought them before.
Seriously?
He might be the same voice actor. Okay. Good luck with that, Vintar, is all I'm gonna really say. The the answer's a bit rough, for many reasons. But if you do manage to kind of soldier through it, you know, it's an experience. Is all I'll say.
Persona, you're screwed.
I'm aware of that.
I like how I'm kind of talking more than you here.
Yeah, I'm just here paying attention. Or trying to. I'm not looking
Okay, you see that? You see that clock back there? You can save at that.
Okay, I'll remember that. Use the velvet key.
Yes. Yeah. So that's the velvet room, and no one else can see that. Only you.
Oh. So if I go in there, oh, hey, Igor.
You know, that's a good question. It's kind of interpreted that, you know, your party members never find out about the velvet room, but in P3.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Do you just like disappear for them, or what happens to you?
You'll see.
Okay.
But in P3, not P3. In Persona Q, yes. Yes, Stelprogi.
Does it exist?
Go ahead, shoot.
Regrettably.
Hang on a second, Vintar. Well, I guess I can answer this now. Droxec here is the one playing. He's the quiet main streamer.
I'm the main one here.
Yeah, he's a bit quiet right now because, you know, he's paying attention. I'm here to give advice. Yes, I see you, Stelprogi. Give me your question. I'm here to give advice, so that's kind of why I'm talking a bit more. But it will always be me and him for Persona. It won't always be me and him for
things like TF2 and
and other games he plays.
This is kind of a side thing I do.
Yeah, this is kind of an experiment. Someone asked about Persona in chat, and I kind of.
Siraj, but I don't think he's here today.
Yeah, well, he probably only chimed in.
True. He followed.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Stelprogi, you gonna ask your question?
Yeah, shoot the question. He'll answer it.
What was I gonna say? Are we allowed to smash the redhead? It's implied. Yeah, it's kind of implied that you can, and I bumped the mic there. But yeah, Vantar. The reason this is happening actually is someone was talking about Persona in chat, and sorry, April 8th. Okay, March, April. So you're kind of still in the tutorial section there.
Am I out of it, or am I still in it?
Oh well, after you, it is 420, isn't it? Yeah, I always forget about that. Yeah, you're in the combat tutorial right now, but after this, you'll be given free reign to do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, what's up? You look like a zombie.
Like a zombie. Mention the door. They're not gonna see it.
Well, it's really heavily implied whenever you get on the final date with Elizabeth.
Did I hear date?
Yes.
Have you been nodding off? You seem.
But yeah, so whenever you go in there, basically you stand there.
Oh, I see.
No, you.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why they're like, yeah. Have you been nodding off? You seem kind of out of it.
Get your head in the game.
I guess you just doze off.
Come on, let's go.
I don't know. I guess they just kind of get used to you going and standing over there for like 30 minutes at a time.
What are you doing in there? Oh, don't mind me. Check your own stash by pressing the triangle button. Which one is that?
Yes, we can finally open the menu. All right, so go ahead and do that now as soon as
Is it Y?
Yes, it's the top button.
Okay, I see it now.
My voice cracked there.
So that was B. Okay,
All right, here we go. There's our menu. So if you wanted to go turn auto advance on, you could now, but it's up to you.
I'm gonna keep it on because I have no idea what I'm doing.
Okay. Yeah. So why don't we go ahead and make a save here? It's not really needed, but you know, just for posterity.
Always. Anytime I can, I'm gonna do this bike.
We can't smash the redhead until like the end of the game, so you have to wait a little bit.
Transport delicate equipment for gathering information. All right.
Go ahead and don't touch that.
What's this thing here?
It's the motorcycle that she uses to.
Device never seen before.
Oh, that's the teleporter.
Okay. So
you'll access that later. Oh well, here, open your menu real quick. Boy, I'm real behind. I'm gonna actually pause and unpause the stream so see if I can't get.
What's what next? We want to go to.
Yeah. Okay. Go down to just kind of just get familiar with your menu here. So go ahead and click skill. You can use that to cast like healing.
Oh, so it deals light fire. Okay, I see it.
Yes. So Augie's fire. Yeah. So if you ever needed to check it,
symbol. Thank God.
kind of.
Yeah, I am.
Go in
Besides
GA.
the two things I was given. Persona
Yeah. So
focus.
those. Yeah. You've got some items, which should just be your short.
I like the art. I went too far.
Oh yeah, there's cool art of all the personas. I can't wait till you get to Mara, which is just a giant dick monster.
Plain shirt, engineer boots, portable.
Oh
yeah.
So
music.
well, that's just your accessory.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The Max S-Link run for P4 is pretty cool.
I do like the art of this. Romance, staying hard, of course you would. Rank 1, fool, C's. What?
Okay, yeah. So you can see. Oh, go ahead. Yeah. So C's, that's the group you're part of, the specialized extracurricular execution squad.
Okay.
So yeah. So you can check all your S-Links here. Go. Yeah. And you can go more in depth.
What is fusion spells? What is the spell?
No, I understand Vintar. See, when I finished them, I was still so like caught up in it that I was like, well, now I gotta go see all the BS links, and so I did like all the playthroughs right back to back.
I'm ready.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Go ahead and go in, and we'll go through the tutorial. Fusion spells they're actually kind of interesting. They're only for this game. Yes. Welcome to Tartarus. Well, I feel like I've started like 10 thoughts and finished 2.
I hope I don't get
Normal
lost.
you.
Alright, so this is Tartarus. Now, this will normally be randomly generated, but the tutorial floor here is locked.
Okay.
Wait, you mean you can see inside here?
She has a bow. That's really cool.
Yes, because she's in the archery club.
I'd like to join you, but the structure
And Junpei used to play baseball, so that's why he uses his two-handed katana like a fucking bat.
support is imperative.
10 thoughts. God damn it, Stelperogi!
It's not even alright.
Now, based on your current location, you can expect to encounter enemies at any minute. They shouldn't be too tough, but proceed with caution.
Now, if it wasn't this game, I'd be talking all the time. I have an issue with talking.
Well, yeah, well, to be fair, I'm not entirely sure this is the best game to stream, but it could be interesting.
I mean, it's doing the best than all my other ones.
Feels like that.
I'll be honest with you.
Oh yeah, we've got 7 people here.
6.
Oh well, yeah. Well, and one of those is me, so.
Yeah, so fine, whatever. It's still the
Whatever.
most I've had. Those are real battles you'll be engaging in. You can eliminate all the shadows wandering on this floor. Alright.
Okay.
So
Oh, and that's
this in front of me.
there's a briefcase right in front of you. It's just
Medicine. Hey.
Okay, well that's good, Ventar. Okay, cool, good. We have people who like it. Like I said, this is a very
swing. Oh, it's
X. This is a very dialogue heavy game, so I'm not sure how interesting it is to stream, but.
So, wait. Oh god. Oh, if I press X, it does. It's not...
No, you want A.
Oh, okay. One sec. Okay, I got my menu next, so it's A.
Yes.
No, hit it. Okay, I missed. I'm not great at this.
Well, we go and get Anne for quite a while because we still have P4 to go through.
Would you like me to
All right.
explain
Well,
the
you got
basics
ambushed,
of
but
Basics
that's
of
fine.
battle, or do you want to explain it to me?
Yeah, you should probably listen to that.
The primary offensive options available to you in battle are attack and skill. Attack corresponds to the weapon you've equipped, while skill relates to your persona's
Oh, I
abilities.
love mass destruction.
Those skills consume either stamina or spiritual power. They tend to have a greater effect.
I have to play this
P3P
every Friday for a little bit and switch over
Use
other games.
whichever option best
Okay.
suits the situation.
Not bad. 622. We got.
Let's at least finish Tartarus and a couple days of S-Links.
You've defeated the enemy.
Danganronpa a full visual novel, though? Does it have any real gameplay?
Give me 1 second. You gotta bear
Oh.
with me. Guess who that is?
It's Ventar.
Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Let me get my mouse up there. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, so we're gonna be doing this on Fridays, if that's all you're here for.
You will be able to check it out every. We have a YouTube channel opened up. You can find it below. I believe in my. Just at the bottom. We have the channel we'll post there in case you do miss.
Oh yes, yes. I do moderate the YouTube channel down there under Stream Archives. So if okay, I've always wanted to check out Danganronpa, but I just never gotten around to it. But yeah, so if you ever miss a Persona stream and you want to catch up, then you can find them on the Stream Archives channel. You can find a link to down below.
Oh, he killed it instantly.
Yeah, Junpei is your Junpei is your big. Oh, he did a critical. Yeah, okay. Junpei's your heavy hitter for now.
Okay.
Go ahead, Step Pierogi. That's still views.
Huh?
Oh, he's.
I don't care if you do or not. To be honest, they're all. It's gonna be memed eventually. Oh, there's one. Yeah, I know. I can see the one ahead of me. Is she gonna do this every time?
No, this is tutorial.
Oh, it's just telling me that.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it.
Yeah, she's talking about if you ambush an enemy, basically if you attack them without getting the little exclamation mark, you'll get a full round of free attacks on them. Okay, so now she's gonna talk about well, she's gonna talk about.
Just explain it, because you're a lot better at explaining things.
Okay, she's gonna talk about skills that you can exploit and weaknesses. So, all attacks have an element. Go ahead and go to your skills real quick.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, use Agi.
That's what I was about to do, actually.
Okay, because it's gonna be weak to it.
Hey, 37.
Now, here's the big thing. You'll get a one more attack whenever you score a critical or a weak. Like, you know, if an enemy is weak to fire, you'll gain one more action. And you can keep doing that for as long as you can keep knocking things out. So go ahead and use Agi on the next one.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, and you'll be able to use an all-out attack here. So basically, instead of having to use 4 Agis on these enemies, you use 2, and then you use an all-out attack.
I'm X on my keyboard. It's like doing nothing like, oh wait.
You want A.
Yeah, I gotta remember that. I need to write it down.
Yeah, you'll eventually learn. It's kind of like how I had to learn Xbox controls, because that's what I was given most of the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so all-out attacks are really good.
Medicine.
All-out attacks actually technically deal almighty damage, according to the game, which is unblockable.
Corner. Push carefully. So, how do you walk slowly?
You just kind of tilt the stick slightly. You don't really need to. I don't think running speed actually affects it. And also, it's actually kind of really hard to get an ambush on this floor for some reason. I don't know what it is. I think it's just the enemy layout.
Would you like more details?
But Mitsuru's,
more details.
I think Mitsuru's going to talk to you about enemy exploits and weaknesses. While she's doing that, basically what I covered, I'm going to talk to you about the elements. So there are a total of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different elements. Oh, thank you, Stealth Pierogi.
Yeah, she followed when I was offline.
Oh, okay. I think she meant the YouTube channel.
So it's saying if I use their weakness or get a critical, they get stunned and I can attack again.
Okay, Ventar, I'm assuming you're talking about that cutscene during the Dark Hour. What happens is it's a little bit unclear in the anime, or sorry, in the cutscene, but in the anime, you can see what happens is it's like this goo kind of forms around him and then falls off in this big puddle, and then it just kind of leaves him there, just kind of like standing there motionless, kind of blank. That's basically how apathy syndrome happens. You'll learn about apathy syndrome a little bit later, probably in the next couple of days. I think some students will talk to you about it. Oh, by the way, yes, I forgot to mention this, Droxec, but if you hit L1, press L1.
L1, which is that'd be the right bumper? No, left bumper.
Left top, yeah, the left top button.
Oh, is that the analysis thing?
Yeah, so if you select, go ahead and do that. And you're not gonna be able to get it done because it takes like a full turn to wrap all the way around, and you're gonna kill everything. So just do it, it's fine. But what'll happen is in about one full turn when it gets back to you, she will tell you the enemy's weaknesses. But oh no, you're attacking. You wanted to use a.
Oh, that pass turn. Oh,
Yeah,
you
you.
told me either way.
Well, you wanted to use a an Aggie. Okay, well yeah, there you go. So yeah, that's how analyzing works. Yeah, P4 true ending with Itsunami. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't actually seen the P4 true ending, like vanilla. Like I only played Golden. But yeah, so knocking down enemies is like the name of the game here. That is basically your main.
Okay. So if you stun all enemies, you can.
You get an all-out attack, and all attacks are like I said, all attacks are really powerful.
Mysterious cards appeared in my mind.
Oh, okay. Yes.
You know what we're talking about.
So this is shuffle time. So if you okay, the green thingies, that's more XP. The red things, that's a weapon. The yellow is money, and that card over there is a persona. Okay. I recommend going for the persona right now, the Pixie.
Right, I'm gonna watch it then.
So it's gonna do the whole shuffle the cups thing. Hit X. Okay, you got it.
Fixing your heart.
Yeah, it'll get harder as it goes on.
Yeah. Surge of energy inside.
Yes, P3P has the P4 combat because it was released after that came out. But unfortunately, it has the inferior cutscenes and graphics. So
It's a PlayStation 2 after all.
pick your poison.
So what is
Yeah.
Snuff Soul?
No, P3P was on the PSP, the portable. PlayStation portable.
This is
Snuff
boss. Oh no, it's not a boss.
Snuff Soul is SP restoring, I believe. Now, it's not as much of a big deal in this game because you can just go back to the lobby and fully restore all your health and SP. But in later games, when you run out,
How do
you
I
have to.
restore health and all that?
Oh,
Hit menu.
hit square, or sorry, not square. Talk to Yukari.
Okay. Turn around. Oh, you can check. Okay, that's how you check it. All right.
Well, that's how you give them like equipment and stuff.
Okay.
It's really annoying. It's really annoying because you have to hand it to them manually.
Request healing.
Yes, and if you hit request healing, they will give you.
And it just does it all. Okay.
Yes. In P4, you can pay the Fox, but it's super fucking expensive. Unless you have like his.
You have to like really do it early when they're kind of angry.
Yeah, there's a bit of delay on the thing.
Would you care to hear more about
Yeah, P4 there is the Fox. The problem is that money in P4 is actually surprisingly tight because weapon and armor drops aren't as common in the dungeons as they were in P3. So you end up having to buy it most of the time. So it's like money's often kind of a bit tight in P4. So it's like it was often better to just take the fucking have to wait the day out before going back to the TV, but rather than pay the Fox.
So you can change your persona. No problem.
Yes. Oh, well, you can do it one per turn.
Oh. Okay. So I just did that. What's the response?
Yes. She's a healer. Dia is a healing skill.
Okay.
You probably would have wanted to stay with Orpheus.
Yeah, I didn't know that though. So
But it's fine. You know now. So yeah, just do an attack, and you'll want to switch on your next turn. Yes. But yeah, you can. You like whose?
What's his face? Captain.
Junpei? Yeah. Hermes. Yeah. Yeah, Fox is super cheap. Fox is super cheap on the ending, and he's also super cheap in the dungeon, the extra dungeon in Persona 4 Golden, with that you're not allowed to leave. But that's just because you're locked in there. You don't have any more time.
Can I defeat all of them?
Yes, you can. That's what I'm saying. All-out attacks are really powerful.
You can just keep doing that. So any weakness, you can do another move.
Yes, but here's the thing: there are 9 types of weaknesses, so you won't necessarily have them all. Yeah, it's a tutorial.
Keep up the good work.
Igor time. Oh, he got the Igor in his.
So the Pixie again, and then what looks like gold.
Yeah, take the get the gold, I guess.
I think it's. I did get it. Okay, I meant to go the Pixie, but yeah.
Oh, if you pick the same persona again, it just disappears and you get nothing.
Oh, really? Oh.
because you already have it.
Okay, I didn't know.
You can only have one of each. Yeah, 620 yen. That's about $6.20 US. Yeah, Igor's descriptions before you get his name are always great. Oh yeah, everyone leveled up.
Okay, so which side? Usually there's more shadows on this crowd.
Yeah, I think that's actually all of them. No, they're gonna give you the tutorial about splitting up.
Okay.
Yeah, well, elevator's cool because it has good thematic purpose of,
Square button. Is that X?
It's, yeah, the left button.
Split.
I like P3 and P4's version of the limo room because they represent a journey, whereas, you know...
Oh, you gotta watch their HP.
Well, if you send them off by their own. You'll never do this. This is, I don't know...
Oh, he found something too.
You'll basically never use this split up thing. But anyway, Ventar, yes, the parallels is that the elevator represents your constant ascent up the tower, whereas the limo represents your
He said he found something over here and he didn't.
Well, he grabbed it and he's gonna give it to you when you leave. The limo represents like the misty road of the limo represents like, you know, how the truth is obscured, and that you know, that you're trying to find the correct path. I wasn't really a fan of P5's Velvet Room, to be honest.
What's that? 7. Let's get another 30 minutes.
I mean, yeah, the jail thing is cool thematically, but it's just, I don't know.
Welcome back. So, how was it?
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're imprisoned. That's the P5 thing.
I see. Well, if you gained confidence, that's the best thing you could have achieved.
I'm thirsty here because I'm talking so much.
Yeah, I'm getting thirsty.
I never knew we kicked some ass.
Oh, we might take a BRB here to go grab a drink.
Soon. I'm gonna go through 30 minutes, so I can, you know, once we switch games, I'll go get 30.
That's because you were bouncing around like a little kid.
What's wrong with the 30 minutes?
Yeah, you look pretty tired yourself.
Yes.
John.
Yeah. Okay. We'll play till about 7, and then we'll call it for P3 for the day.
That's the effect of the dark hour. You'll become fatigued more easily. Don't worry though, you'll adapt. But
Well, Elizabeth is the best waifu.
Better than I expected.
The best Velvet waifu. I don't really like Margaret, to be honest.
Icon for her?
Yeah, apparently. Apparently someone has that as an emote.
It's pretty neato. Are there any speedruns of this?
I guess there are. I don't know why you would.
Social link.
Oh, you're getting what? It's ranking up. I like Margaret in concept. I don't like her voice actor though. There's just something about her that just seems off.
The C's social links reach level 2. Your persona of the full can has grown.
Yeah, so the C's S link is a story link. It's just gonna go up, you know, throughout the story. But the others you have to initiate and go up manually.
Okay. Alright, so we did that. I'm gonna save it again so I don't do this crap again.
Yeah. Yeah, it really bums me out that Igor wasn't voiced by the same guy in P5.
So what do you think I should do? So am I just able to do whatever now?
Yeah, well, you're gonna want to leave Tartarus, but yeah, I know there's a real reason that P5 has a different voice actor, but even whenever the thing happens and the voice actor changes, it's still not the original, which is a shame.
So what happens if I go back to the blue door before I click this?
Well, you can't go into the Velvet Room right now. So yeah, go return to the dorm.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. I really like the Igor voice actor in P3 and P4. It was a real shame that he couldn't do it anymore.
You know what would be fun now that I think about it?
What?
Doing a tabletop simulator with viewers, actually.
That could be interesting.
That'd be fun. Yeah, I am.
Oh yeah, Kenji here is gonna talk to you about he's basically
mad shady. I'll be honest.
He's gonna talk to you. He's gonna tutorialize you about manual S links. And he's going to do that by forcing the first rank on you. Yeah, I accidentally got that spoiler too, Vintar. But I was really hoping that when the thing happened and it changed, that it would go back to the original, but it... No.
We'll hear a
'Twas all for naught. Oh, Mitsuru's gonna give a speech here. Listen to the waifu.
Alright, we'll do.
Thank you.
I really wish you could date Aegis.
So, she did.
You kind of.
Well,
Just imagine that.
Igor's the true waifu. Igor is German Spy's waifu.
You can say that again.
I think he says that more tongue in cheek, though.
Aura around her. Besides, this school's owned by the
I really wanted to watch his P5 playthrough, but he switched the voices to Japanese midway through, and it was like, I don't really like this.
I mean, you're a weeb, you don't
As I
understand it.
begin my term as student council president, I'd like to share with you my vision for this coming year.
What do you mean?
It is my firm belief
saying
that each of us must accept the responsibility of bettering our school.
Well, he doesn't.
Change
He means he doesn't understand what the hell she's talking about.
and an unprecedented level of commitment. That is why we must restructure our daily lives to accommodate this lofty goal.
Oh, Lord.
I'd like each of you to dig deeply into your well of motivation and to imagine a bold new future without losing sight of the realities around you. That is the key. I'm certain that many of you have your own visions of the future.
Yeah, I agree. I really.
The full benefits of our education. Your participation, ideas, and enthusiasm are essential. Thank you.
I just realized we passed 666 viewers.
Oh, yep.
Thank
668.
Any idea what you just said?
No, I have no idea what she said. Well, somewhat. Well, I can be honest.
Oh, she was just kind of being. Well, if you want to comfort Junpei, then yeah, be honest.
You're such a rebel.
I wasn't listening.
I've never seen that.
I don't even have to pay attention to my chat because.
Well, I'm not sure. Have you finished P5 yet, Ventar?
Page 12. I'm tired of these textbooks. Just went over a novel in last class. I got a great poem we can cover today. Close your checks, but everyone listen. I saw the clouds, spend it over the tall, swinging on the peak. You feel tired? Alright, no, I'm staying up. I'm not doing this. No, stay away. I need to be popular. Better be sleeping back there. I'm not, I promise you. Shame yourself. Taking a nap.
Okay. There's a reason for that, Ventar. Don't worry. And I see that you haven't been spoiled on that actually. So then good. I'll stop talking about that now. But yeah, there's a reason though. It sounds different in P5.
Academics increased. Yeah. So is it not worth sleeping?
No, I really wouldn't. No, not until it's maxed. And even then, you know, you find out interesting things about stuff.
Does it matter though?
I really like P5. P5 is really good. P5's combat is amazing. And there's a lot of good streamlined things. Like as in, you know, you don't have to go through like 18 menus to change a persona. Oh, hello, Ravenpaw.
Yo, welcome to the chat. I do remember you, man. I believe you caught me in one of my TF2 streams.
Yes, the PS4 version of P5 is really good.
Who is this person?
Oh, he's just a random. Oh, are you talking about? I can't see.
To get lost schools? Yes, I do. Where you headed? Oh, she tells you.
Oh,
it tells you where everything is.
Yeah, she talks you how to get to stuff. Yeah, she's here for like the first week.
I'll just say the like. Thank God they put her in here. So where? So am I just free roaming right now?
Yes.
Okay. Let me see where I can go.
Now, I believe, yeah, so just walk around right now. I'm not there's not really any S-links you can do at the moment. I do have a recommendation on,
Right across the hall? Okay.
I do have a recommendation on what you could do today, but, you know, that's all. Well, like I said, walk around first, get your bearings. Ravenpaw asked how it was going, Droxec.
Oh, yo, it's going pretty alright so far. Again, we're gonna be. I guess we'll keep up with this and do it every Friday, a little bit every Friday, and then we'll get on TF2. I think we don't have long in this playthrough. About another few 20 minutes ish.
Yeah, 20 minutes. We'll go to about 7, and then we'll switch games. Now, if I was streaming, I would go all day.
Yeah, you would do it all day, every day.
Well, I finished P3 in about like 2 weeks of basically nonstop playing it.
You need to chill, then.
Well, it's just I would. He's go ahead. I guess I should let you answer that, Droxec.
Huh? Why am I so quiet? I got a new microphone recently, so I'm still trying to fix it and turn, or I guess change my stuff around. But could also be because I have the volume my volume for Streamlabs right now is maxed out. I can turn myself up though.
I think he means I think he means that you're not
talkative. Oh,
yeah.
It's just because I don't know nothing about this game. Will is Will
Resident.
Dralkkin, whatever. He knows more than me. So
Yes.
I don't really know what I'm doing right now. I'm just kind of running around.
I am the resident Persona expert.
Yeah.
Well, I call myself an expert. I'm really not.
Who's this? So what you say I should have done? Oh, this is the vendor. Okay.
Oh no, I'm just saying that you should walk around for now. You don't have a time limit, by the way. Time only advances whenever you do a thing.
Feeling sandwich, perfect lunch.
You
So
can
these
buy
living items?
I think so. I've never used them.
Why is the book cover 5,000?
It's if you scroll over it, it's a gift for girls. It's like a date gift. You give it on a date.
Okay. A book cover. That's so dumb. Also, I just realized all the numbers are like cut off a bit.
Yeah, that's because of the emulation. Don't we fixed the mini map, but we can't fix that.
What mini map?
In the dungeon in Tartarus.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It would have been a little bit disjointed if we hadn't put those settings in.
So I guess I'll just go to which one was? I think it was this one up here to the right. I hate walking around this.
Well,
the PA room.
Get your bearings. You can't even go into the PA room, but at least you'll know where it is.
The door's locked. There's a note says meetings Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yeah, but you can't join the student council until a story thing happens. You'll know. You'll know when that happens.
Okay, so should I just head over the dorm? Oh, wait.
Well, go ahead and head out.
What happens if I go in the women's restroom?
You can't.
Oh.
You can try.
Well, let's go to the bathroom real quick. Little flushes up.
So if you're sick or tired, sometimes you'll go back to being good.
Okay. So you relieve yourself. Your condition becomes great.
Oh, and that happens sometimes too.
Okay.
So that your condition becoming great. That's what happens if you sleep in class.
I'm gonna go sleep in class. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your condition just gets great. And I guess I'll head to the dorm again.
If you go to sleep during, I actually just explained that. But yeah, if you go to sleep in class, you don't get the academics points, but you get your status improves from good to either from tired to good or from good to great. Which is
fans.
Yeah, Sakihiko has fans,
That's so
but yeah.
Dumb.
When your status is great, you do a little bit better in Tartarus. I don't think it's really noticeable. I would honestly recommend that you always take the academics points. You know, especially if you want to date the best girl, Mitsuru.
I'm gonna get that best girl.
Well, you got to get your academics to max then.
I'm going to. I'm never gonna sleep.
I mean, come on. You don't even see girls flock like that on TV.
How much you gonna bet?
Oh, that's right. This happens today. You'll still have some free time after this though. But he's gonna tutorialize you on the weapon store.
Oh.
Are you guys free this afternoon?
Yeah, of course you are. Because unfortunately, I guess isn't dateable. So
I think Junpei's gay for him.
For Akihiko,
What?
no, he means that he's excited because he thinks.
I was messing with it. I saw the little heart and I was like, hey.
Well, he's excited because he thinks they're all gonna go out with those girls together.
Okay.
The police.
Is that a Mitsuru icon? Is that her from P4A? I can't tell. It's really small.
Ooh, Hiko doesn't like him.
Anyway, I'm gonna head out.
No, Akihiko has absolutely no experience with girls.
It's like me.
In fact, I'm gonna link you a picture in your Discord that I took.
Is it a meme?
No, well, it's from P3P, and it basically describes me perfectly.
Oh.
Hang on. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh well, let's go.
I should meet him at the Palawana Mall Police Station. Alright. Head over there. Yep.
Yeah, you're gonna. Yeah, that's the weapon shop.
My stomach's grumbling now, dude.
Well, only got 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's get through the first social link, the first magician social link. Why can't you what?
I was trying to turn my camera. I was like, nope, can't turn it.
Oh, you can't turn it here in this room.
Oh, what's neato? The police station you wanted. It's the mall, right?
Yes, Bologna Mall. So this is the world map.
Did that say Nagasaki Shrine?
Naganaki.
Oh. Okay. Who is? Let me just talk to people. Try to buy shampoo. Wait for the sale. Is it Saturday sale day? Okay, so Saturday sale day. Got it.
Ravenpaw doesn't have a mouse anymore.
He wanted the police. You know, mouse? What'd you do?
He
Like I got angry over a Dauntless, but I don't know. Broke my mouth. 3 days straight. Oh, it got hot and fried. Wow.
I sent you a screenshot from P3P.
Oh.
Yeah, why don't you bring that on screen just real quick?
Yo, God, it's a big effort. I gotta save it and all that.
Thank you.
No, you just open. Yeah, just. Well, you don't have to. I was just if it was.
You wanted to see it? There it is. Quick game of working out feeling. That is. I can relate to that. Turn that off now. I can relate to it. I think so.
Oh, these are the guys I was talking about earlier.
Is this police also a?
I was waiting for you guys.
Yeah, I would really love a P3 P4 like combo remake for PS4. You know, because they're on the same engine, so you know I don't think it would be too much of a you know, a big hassle.
5,000 yen. Ooh.
Yeah, so that's about $50. Honestly, I'd recommend you save your money right now.
Okay. I think I see how the money works. Basically,
Yeah,
it's kind of like the
cut
bits
off-
in stream. You gotta the last 2 digits you put a dot there.
Well, yeah, that's how yen is in Japan.
It's not bad. It's easy to figure out, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, when I was in Japan, it's like anytime I go to buy something, it was like this is you know 25 yen. It's like oh okay, $2.50. Or two. Well, it gets weirder when you get down to the lower two numbers, but it's like, or not really 20. I meant to say like you know 2,000 yen. So it's like yeah, that's about $20.
Yeah.
But yeah, controllable party members in P3 would be great. It is great in P3P when you can do it. There are some bosses in P3P that I just steamrolled that took me forever in P3 just because I couldn't get my party to cooperate.
I'm gonna go and shoot this question to the stream. Would you guys, after this, would you rather see Dauntless or maybe some Team Fortress? I just want to shoot that out there since we do have a talkative chat for once. What you need? Okay, buy armor. I probably. I need.
Well, that's what he's
save
asking
money,
you.
you said.
Ravenpaw.
Yeah. Should save money, so we'll leave.
Yeah, Ravenpaw said TF2. Go ahead and talk. Go ahead and talk to Kurosawa there. Just because you can. There's a talk option in his. Oh, well, never mind.
Well, it pushed me out because I can walk back in there and ask him where to talk.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's just minor dialogue.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like to see the female pro tag.
Alright, and
oh
then
God.
after this...
Oh, the answer's difficulty. The only thing they'd have to do with the answer, to be honest, is just give me the compendium. That's all I want.
Let's explore, boy, while we're at it. For the next 10 minutes, we'll explore.
Yeah,
Port
Island Station. Yeah, go look around Port Island.
So it seems like the
Yeah,
people you don't know is just dialogue, like small dialogue.
Yeah. And then it changes periodically throughout the game
Oh,
too.
you buy
so-
oh, this is the date stuff, I can tell.
Yeah, you can buy flowers there.
I can't turn my screen here either.
No, not in this area. I don't think you can. I think the only area you can turn your screen in the overworld
love the
is.
movies.
That's actually where I'd recommend you spend your time here today. But look around first.
The movies?
Yes, because you can get a courage.
Soda can
Get
here.
courage points.
Oh, I can't
Oh,
do
go,
soda can.
go look at the vending machines and see some of the drinks.
Okay, I will. I'm guessing they're up top here. Wait, where are the soda machines?
No,
Oh, they're
Vintar.
here.
Vintar, because there is no option. If you max an S-Link with a girl, you're dating her. There's no option to not date her. So if
I'm
if
probably not gonna be doing a tour or Indium. I do play. I'm probably just casual.
Yeah, it's an annoying thing in P3 is that you're forced to date the females. It's like, but I just want the S.
Agorafina.
Yeah, so they're all parodies. You have Starvix, Cylons, and different vending machines have different. I think my personal favorite. I think my personal favorite is Dr. Salt.
So what's up here? What's directly? Oh, it's a town map.
But yeah, Ventar. Yeah,
Oh.
there is only the harem route.
Okay.
If you're doing max S links.
Let's see. Who is this little girl? New teacher, but he's little piece of first term. Why? It's like he doesn't talk at all, even during lunchtime. I'm stuck with a teacher like this.
Apparently your mic is quiet.
Is it? I think it may be because I'm quiet myself. Let me go ahead and max out my microphone then.
I wouldn't recommend that, but okay.
I mean, it'd probably help.
I'm gonna mute my mic real quick and I'm gonna check the audio of the
Alright,
stream.
you go ahead. Tell me how it is. But I will not be doing an MVM tour.
I'm gonna mute my mic real quick and I'm gonna check.
I still hear it, Will. Tell me how it is. But I'm gonna be playing some casual, probably Spy, Soldier, something like that. I still hear it, Will. But I'm gonna be playing. What's up here? These look a little shady.
Oh, I unmuted my mic but forgot to mute the stream. So
nice.
Enjoy that audio.
So yeah, he says it's much better.
Okay.
Although when I get in TF2, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. For the cabbies, like me, same thing, year in, year out. Same thing.
Actually, Vintar, there's a cool little cutscene that actually happens if you have multiple dates going at the same time. I'm not sure if I think there's only one though. I'm not sure what the actual requirements are though.
Dr. Salt, Moonkiss, Fountain Dew.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love these.
Yeah, Moonkiss instead of Sunkiss.
I love it. What's up with those bikes here?
Oh, in Japan, you can just kind of. Well, I'm not sure if it's like. I'm not sure the exact reason.
Shit, there's a lot of bikes.
In China, there's like a rent system that you can just rent the bike, ride it, and then just leave it. But in Japan, I think it's more the fact that people just park their bikes there.
But that's so easily gets stolen.
No, I know. But here's the thing about Japan. Japan's mentality is, it's not yours. Why would you take it? There's an old saying. There's an old saying that you could fall asleep, passed out drunk in the middle of like a park with like 100,000 yen in your wallet, and you'd wake up the next day and it'd still be there.
Huh.
Japan is really like I don't know.
Oh, the shrine. I thought the shrine.
It's just something about their culture is just that stealing isn't really a problem there. I mean, yeah, it happens. I'm not saying that Japan's not like some utopia or anything. They've got their problem like anywhere else, but it's just stealing isn't generally one of the bigger problems. Okay, so here's the deal with the shrine. You can pay at the main shrine for gains to your stats, and you can pay at the little smaller shrine for gains to your S-links. Like points towards them. You honestly really don't ever have to do this because it takes time to like do it, so it's really kind of not worth it.
Okay. I'm just gonna walk away. Wait a minute. I gotta check something here. Oh, you can't interact with it. I'm only a little. Why is there a playground next to the shrine?
Because one of your S-links is gonna happen there.
Oh, is it? Ooh.
Yes.
That's
and also one of the dates with Elizabeth happens here too.
Okay. So this first day is kind of looking around.
Yeah, this is your first day to actually like do things. Oh, don't actually go into the dorm yet because that would advance it towards nighttime.
Okay, so back to the town map. So I mean.
Yes. Go to the theater, and we're gonna use this time to get some courage points.
That would be the port island.
Yeah. Yes, that's it. Yeah, port island.
All right, Raven. You're good, man. Screenshot.
I like the overworld music.
Yeah, it's nice.
I actually like all of this game's soundtrack, except for one. There's one track in this game that I actually can't stand.
A student ticket is $1,500, so $15.
Yeah, it's $15.
Jesus Christ.
Well, welcome to movie tickets. It's a student.
Probably like nine.
It's a student ticket too, and it costs $15.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but do that for a courage
You've
boost.
inspired to be more courageous. Courage is increased. It's
Yeah.
late.
It's fine. We should be rolling in money by the time we actually get our access to Tartarus.
Evening. I'm back at the door. Okay. They forced me back here.
Yes. So like I said, you have 2 time slots for each day. You have a day slot and a night slot. And I don't believe you can actually go outside at night yet.
So, we have to ask her to explode TARDIS and all that?
Yes, so whenever you want to go to Tartarus, you talk to her and she'll just take you there.
Okay.
So your night slot, you can either spend that doing something in town or
I'm
going
now
to
able to go out at night.
Oh, okay. Well, there's your... Okay. So yeah. So your night slot is either go out and do something or go to Tartarus.
Yeah. So I believe that's a nice stopping point too, because we're right here.
Yeah, I guess.
Save.
I guess. So go ahead and save. And we will pick this up... Oh, hey, Sir Pierogi. We're actually just about to switch games here.
Yep. You'll get webcam and all that?
Yeah, and I'll probably head out.
I mean, why?
I'm tired.
Oh, yeah. You forgot you're like all night person.
Yes, I have a nighttime schedule because I work at night.
And we'll move this over to a Be Right Back screen for now.
Oh, go ahead and check the TV.
Oh, okay.
Oh, did you already
Yeah,
close it?
Well, no, I went over to Be Right Back, but I'll check real quick. I mean, no further information. Investigation based on difficult case, so there are no witnesses. This is the 12th instance of mysterious incident. Team of investigators are working hard to track down the evidence.
Yeah, so you can check the TV. You can talk to everyone. They'll all be different every time you're there. Well, the TV is always different, but sometimes your teammates say the same thing.
Alrighty.
But yeah, you get some nice little bits of lore.
That's nice. We'll keep the soundtrack going that you queued up a while ago.
Well, why don't you use my BRB then?
I didn't save it, remember? Because you said it was pointless.
Oh, okay. Oh
Yeah.
well.
But I'm gonna use this time to get me some food and a snack, or some food and a drink, and I'll be back.
Yeah, I'm pretty fucking tired too, Pierogi.
Well,
Brandon,
you see, Pierogi stays up late.
Droxec,
Yeah?
do me a favor. Stop the stream and immediately restart it.
Oh God, why?
Because it'll cut the video nicely, and I can upload Persona as its own thing.
Alrighty.
All right.
I'm gonna restart
Well,
the stream then.
Okay, I'm gonna head out then. I will talk to you guys. Well, I'll probably be on here next Friday.
Alrighty.
That'll be the next time.
So before this happens, this is a cut for the YouTube end. If you guys are watching from the YouTube end, feel free to tune into the stream 4:30 Central Time all the way up until about 8:30 every day, besides Sundays. And Wednesdays are iffy, but feel free to tune in. Thank you for joining in. Appreciate you guys.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
That as well. I forgot that.
Well, yeah, if you want to. I'm mostly just kidding. But you know.
Anyways, thanks
whatever.
for tuning in, YouTube.
Yeah, I'll see everyone later.
Alright, I'm gonna end the stream and restart it for you guys here on Twitch.
Okay.